Yeah.
All right, we are live with chicken or the fish.
Chicken or the fish? Make your choice. Live and die by the fish.
No, it's coleslaw.
Oh, it's not neither.
Huh.
I forgot my fries. I'll share with you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I forgot
There
mine
we
too.
go.
No.
We are
How's
officially
everybody
live
doing
now.
tonight?
See, I turned my thing down. You don't have to hear me tonight. There
Oh,
we
they put
go.
all the fries in one of the
Hello,
chicken.
everyone.
Fish
Is there anybody even in there?
Yeah, so
They
we got
didn't really give us much though.
Hey,
Four
Pappy.
pieces.
Pappy. Hey, Pappy. Isn't that what Popeye used to call his father? Pappy. Anyway. So I got this today. I know I showed, or I told Joe, but I didn't tell you, Brad. You don't seem to ever want to talk to us anymore. So
I'm at work all fucking day. What do you expect?
I got Rogue. Yeah.
I can't answer my shit at work 9 times out of 10. Especially when I'm working in another place with other people.
If I were you at this point, I'd just say fuck.
Who, me?
So,
Yeah.
why would I do that and give up on all those retention bonuses?
No, I'm saying say fuck it.
$400 this month.
I'm not saying leave. I just gonna do fucking fire you.
Yeah, really.
They will.
Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer. Oh, boy.
I'm gonna get ready real quick.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and say it. I watched Blood-Sucking Freaks.
How does that taste?
Yeah, I think I told Joe I watched it.
Does it taste good?
And that was Jennifer's favorite movie of 1976, I think it was.
No water.
Yep.
Jennifer. You naughty girl, you.
You didn't like it?
Oh, I did. I liked it a lot. But I don't. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I reviewed it.
Blood-Sucking Freaks? Huh.
I believe so. Either, or maybe it's the other one. Some of them bastards. I don't remember.
Oh, no, that's Blood-Sucking Bastards. That's the one from the... Yeah, this is completely different.
Hey, Mr. Bones.
Hey, Mr. Bones. No, I really liked it. It just... It holds up well. I'll just say that. If it means to offend, it holds up well. Definitely. I think I put it in the bag already. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Thank you, Jennifer, for the recommendation. Mr. Boone, there can be only one. Are you that one? Yeah, I guess you left the midnight hour last night. I came on right after you left the chat, Brad.
Yeah.
I watched it for a little while, and yeah.
I wasn't feeling very good. Kind of feel like shit, though. I didn't know that Interweb Kaiju was Casey.
Yeah.
I've never seen him on his channel. I've never heard him say his name.
Oh, well, he's on the midnight hour a lot.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was the same person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because when I got in there, I was like, hello, Jen, Bones, Hobbs, and 2 people I don't know.
Yeah, the other one's Dead Michael, I think.
Him, I still don't know.
No, I don't really know him either.
Here you go.
Did you watch Mood's review, Joe?
I don't think I saw it. No.
Click it on real quick and tell me what you see. It won't take long.
What did you do?
He just reviewed something after, what was it, 3 or 4 years? I watched it. Just, you'll notice it right away.
Anybody want a hush puppy?
Why you gotta be? I ain't grabbing it like that. We ain't playing no damn Lady and the Tramp here.
Oh, Ghost Riders?
Yeah. Are you watching it?
I'm waiting for the ad to end.
There you go. Okay, you'll notice it right away. Hey, Phil. He keeps on showing up.
Hey, Phil.
20 more later.
Are you off tomorrow?
No, dear, I have to work tomorrow. You should know that.
Has he started yet?
Do I have to listen or just watch?
Oh, no, just watch. You don't even have to listen.
What are we talking about?
Moods.
Who's that?
He's one of the guys that got me into YouTube horror, like making videos. Him and he was a pretty big inspiration. And of course, Celluloid Terror and Turi and Wayne from Retro Horror.
He probably sucks.
Huh. Well, that's not very nice.
Well, so I shared some with you guys about somebody that I've looked up to for a long time. And you guys ripped into him like it wasn't no tomorrow.
You're fucking salty. And actually, no, I didn't rip into him. I just told you how I felt. Next time, don't ask.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask a damn thing.
Yeah, he is an OG. And I've watched probably a majority of his videos. Are you watching it yet, Joe?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
You don't notice anything?
What are we talking about here? Because it's different things I'm noticing.
It's just him. The guy looks like he's about ready to fall through his own asshole.
Yeah, that's what I didn't know if you were referring to that
Yeah.
or. Okay.
Yeah, he's real thin now.
Yeah, he did a whole reversal with the hair and the beard.
Yeah. He I was like, wow, that's Moose.
Yeah, he lost a lot of
much
weight.
younger.
Yeah.
He looks so much younger now. Yeah, he's an OG. I watched his. Like I said, I've probably seen most of his videos that he's done. He's in there tight with JP and who's that other guy they used to hang around with? The Nintendo guy, NES Ruler.
NES Ruler, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You're gonna love it, Jen.
It's out there.
You're gonna love it. If you can handle blood-sucking freaks, you won't have any problem with Suspiria. Yeah, DJ Boy too. He's one of the originals. Yeah, I almost didn't recognize him when I first saw the video. It's been so long since I've seen a review from him. He's friends with Danny. Yeah. You want to talk about a guy with a collection, Brad? You should watch some of his shelf by shelves. It's fucking amazing.
Music too.
Yeah, music as well.
He has an insane CD collection.
Yep. And you can rip him up if it'll make you feel better.
And for the most part, he's like us with his style of reviews. You know, he really is.
Yeah, but I used to love to watch his shelf by shelf, and was it top 10 Tuesday? I think it was. It's been a while since I've watched one of his videos. Like I said, he hasn't been doing them for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, he inspired me a lot though when I first kind of thought about making a channel. I feel like a fanboy because he answered my comment, Joe.
Really?
I sure we had JP on here the other day.
Yep.
Was stopped by our stream. Mr. Bones and Hobbs, and they're all OGs. And Joe too. We're all Johnny Come Latelys. Yeah, Moods does love hip hop. Did you watch anything this week, Brian?
Nope.
Did you watch anything with Rich? Bill? My fault?
Some in here.
No.
Hey, Verge.
Alrighty then. Charles Lee Ray.
We had to redo. We had
Hey,
to
Verge.
do.
Yeah, me too.
We had to do we had to do 2 reviews, so we didn't. And then after that, his nephew was coming over because he was staying the night with him. So we didn't get a chance. We started watching a movie, and I wanted to finish it. I really want to finish it, and I think you'll love it. I don't know about Joe, but I know you'll love it.
Can you tell me what it is?
I can't remember what it's called right now. It's an animated movie. It's at Walmart. I know it's at Walmart, and it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes on the cover.
Hey, Katie.
But it's done in like the Fire and Ice heavy metal style of animation.
Oh, okay.
And it's called something silent. I don't remember. I can't remember, but I want to finish it. We didn't get a chance to finish it because his nephew's like 14.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. And there was like a lot of, nakedness, and
Yeah, I get it.
we turned it off. I mean, I don't know what his mom lets him watch, so.
Yeah, alligator. Hell yeah.
And I've been meaning to watch my fucking Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed all week. And I keep not because I just don't feel up to doing it, I guess. Because I have to go to bed early and I don't want to start it all late. And
yeah. It'll be there. It'll be there that's why you bought it.
yeah, but I wanted to get the review done too.
I don't know if anybody cares, but Tears for Fears are back together.
The band?
Yep. The 2 original, it was always a band, but it mostly focused on Kurt Smith and Roland Orzabal. And they're back together now after, I guess, not talking for 9 years or something. So I was always a big fan of them. Craig. What's up, Craig? Oh, cool. I'll check it out, Katie. I've been watching everybody's.
Want the dates?
Yeah, I love Tears for Fears too.
Box.
Big fan.
I want the box.
So hopefully they'll be touring again. I'd like to go see them.
Just allergies.
Paul McCartney is going to be here, I think, this week.
Oh, yeah? He's going to, he's touring here, but he's going to play Oriole Park at Camden Yards. And I think it's I want to say it's maybe in May, because that's when the weather will be a little bit nicer. We don't have a dome or anything. It's just open air stadium. So
What is with Gatorade and fucking putting that lid on so damn tight?
I don't know, but it's really good with that flavor and stuff.
Let me put flavor.
Is that the sugar-free kind?
Yeah.
I don't like that kind.
Yeah, me the 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Leaves that weird taste.
Well, I prefer Powerade over Gatorade.
Does.
But
I don't mind Powerade. Is that no sugar?
Well, there's Powerade 0 too.
Oh, okay. I hate rain. Is it raining where you are, Bones? Rain, and a bit more rain. Yeah. We had ice this morning.
Yeah.
So we waited. We actually kind of waited to go to the grocery store until like 11 or 12. So my daughter said it was really bad out. She's got like, she's like a redneck with the 4-wheel drive big truck. Yep. I think it rains every day at the same time, doesn't it, Katie? It's like 4 minutes or something every day. I have family that lives down there.
I'm gonna try some Dayquil and see if that'll help.
Try what?
Some Dayquil.
It'll dry you up if you're having like congestion or whatever.
Well, the Zyrtec dried me up, but what that does when you're like this, when my allergies get like this, is you can feel it all stuffed up in here, and I can't pull it out. I can't.
Yeah,
get
I don't
it
like
out.
that. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. It can't rain all the time. Yeah, that's did it take place in Seattle? The Crow?
I think so.
Detroit.
Is it Detroit?
The Crow
Is
is The Crow takes place in Detroit.
Nice.
Looks like it would be Seattle. See with the rain and stuff.
Katie says she hopes you feel better. Brad.
Thank you. You know, the Devil's Night Fire thing is actually a real thing in Detroit.
Is it really?
Yeah, they do that shit. They burn shit down on that night.
Makes sense. Hey, Danny.
There you did.
I don't know why. I don't know what setting your own city does on fire does for you, but whatever.
Seems to be a trend.
They've been doing that shit for fucking decades. I'm fine, Danny. Jesus.
So, Joe, have you ever seen Sodomaniac?
I haven't watched that one yet. No, I gotta watch that.
Do you have it?
Yeah, I have the original
All these
release.
boxes and take them out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. Yep.
Can I pass it one of the girls?
Huh? I don't care.
Yeah, you definitely have to watch that one. The Deep House. Oh, I've heard a little bit about that. Not much. Isn't that the one that's on Disney, Mr. Bones? Made it 50 minutes into Malignant and gave up. I haven't watched that yet.
I heard Malignant was good.
Yeah. Apparently, we're not horror fans, though, right, Joe?
Yeah.
We like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. Not real.
Oh, it's on Hulu? Okay.
The Deep House.
Sick bread. What?
The Deep House is on Hulu.
Yeah. My son-in-law twisted his ankle. And
Really?
he twisted his ankle playing a pickleball. And he came back because we were over there just saying hi to my granddogs.
Mm.
And he came in, his ankle's all black and blue and swollen. And then my daughter, of course, is a therapist, right?
Yeah.
So she's like being mean to him the whole time, trying to figure out what's wrong with him. She's like, well, why did you do that? Why did you twist your ankle? And this and that and the other thing. Finally, we were sitting in the kitchen. I'm like, you know, you probably asked one of the stupidest questions I've ever heard in my life. You know, it's like, yes, I planned on doing this just to piss you off. I planned on being in an immense amount of pain and rolling my ankle just to piss you off. She mean.
Yeah, I don't get that bend either. I think this is just an excuse people use.
I'm going to say what I said before. It's a fun movie. If we're going by story and all, it's got a lot to be desired, but who cares?
Oh,
It's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. None of them are that fucking good if you really think about it.
okay.
They're all
Right.
it's all,
That's
all
what my
stories-
daughter said, Danny.
I mean,
Guys
none of
are
the
crybabies.
stories are that fucking good.
That's
You know,
opinion,
like
like
any of them,
everything
they
else.
all have
Opinion.
fucked up storylines. They all, you know, every single one of them is crap as far as that goes.
I mean,
I'm a lot
honestly,
surprised.
I mean, with the exception of few, and I say this as you guys know, a diehard slasher fan, I don't think of many slasher films and think, oh, wow, that has a good story. I mean,
Right.
look at Friday the 13th. Like, look at all of them. I fucking love them, but they don't have good stories. Kids go into the woods to get
Well, the
fucking
thing
killed.
about Friday the 13th is it's a formula, kind of, and it's consistent. But like you with the TCM films, they all are different from one another. The only one with a halfway decent story is the first one in the remake. It's the same fucking story.
You want a slasher movie with a good story? Watch a Giallo. You want a regular slasher movie that has all the same tropes? Then watch any slasher movie.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Black Christmas is a really good story. Halloween's a pretty good story. And people say there are people out there that judge, and even the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a decent story. A lot of people, I saw this, a lot of people, so-called horror fans, judge every slasher movie by those three films, and that's not, you can't
Black
do
Christmas, you know how much I love that movie, right? I love it. The original. It's about a guy who crawls up in the attic of some fucking sorority house and starts picking girls off. There's not really much story to it.
No.
It's hardly anything to it.
Like
really.
with TCM, you look at, like, let's say 4, for example. I mean, Leatherface is now with a totally different family, and there's no explanation for it or anything. And also, this family is also working for the government. That makes lots of fucking sense.
And you're okay with it, though, and that's the thing I find
because
fun.
it's a fun movie. Who cares? I don't watch
Exactly.
Chainsaw Massacre movie that I watch for the fucking Oscar-worthy stories. I watch them watch people get fucking killed with chainsaws and shit.
You were just saying how you didn't get about the orphanage thing. I think the story to 4 is even more absurd, but you like it.
They all are. That's what I'm saying. They all are. They're like, the orphanage thing makes no sense to me, but who cares? I don't care about that. I just care about watching Leatherface rip shit up, and that's what he did in the movie, and that was fine.
Exactly. And before I forget to say this, Ben does most of his reviews on Instagram. I don't know if you've ever read any of them, but he did review The Windmill, and he liked it. I was thinking about you.
I saw that he put it on Instagram.
Yeah,
I really enjoy that movie as well. That's a good one.
That's one that I think Joe would like.
Good stories. Just
I need to see that.
I mean, if you ask me, like, especially right now, Halloween 2018 Halloween Kills have a really good story going on.
It's about a guy who escaped from an insane asylum and kills a bunch of people. There's not really much to it.
But now they're going into the story of how it's affected everybody. I really enjoy that. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
and they're bringing it back to the original with those flashbacks, and it's making the story better. You're getting more depth than we've ever had before, and without taking away the mystique of it, like Rob Zombie did.
Right. It's just kind of, it seems, the scenes with Loomis, I thought were kind of orgasmic for us, because just seeing that again after all those years, and even though we know it's not really him, it's just like, oh my God.
Dope.
I remember in the theater saying to myself, oh my God, that's Loomis. And my wife sitting next to me probably saying, who the fuck is Loomis? So
super dope, man. Super dope.
Yeah.
Henny, I can't hear what you're saying.
So I'm worried about my dad.
I'll be right back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
They looked old.
Craig. No, they import people in to have them killed. Too gory, and the original shows very little gore, but the OG is because. Go for. Yeah, I mean.
How am I being a baby? I'm not being a baby at all. What the fuck are you two idiots even babbling about?
Oh boy. Yeah, I know.
And he's over here talking about stupid shit I don't even care about in my other ear, and I can't understand or hear your conversation.
It was bottom line for this. I've seen all the hate now. All the hate mongers have kind of crawled out of the woodwork on the 2022, and to me, it was a movie that I sat down and I was immensely entertained by, and that's basically the bottom line. People don't like it. I don't care.
I still say they borrowed a little too much from 2018, Halloween 2018, and they really did waste Sally, in my opinion. But once again,
I thought it was great. I thought it made a perfect statement. To me, the difference between the two is the fact that she's been haunted by him for 50 some years, and she finally gets her chance, or 40 some years, whatever. She finally gets her chance to confront him after she's been looking for him for so long, and he doesn't even give a fuck. He doesn't even remember her. And I thought that was I think that's what shocked her. And I thought that look that she gave him and the tears coming out of her eyes and everything, to me, it just kind of said everything, I don't
There
know.
are actually a lot of people too that are pissed that they brought her back just because it's not what's her name, the original actress.
Well, they can go dig her up, but I don't think she's going to give a very good performance.
I just don't know if
That's
it was
just me.
needed. I mean, they did that already in Halloween. I don't know if it was needed to do it again with this franchise, but like I said, all those things are not that big of a deal when it comes to what I'm watching.
Right. I was just entertained. So that's it. Warren
If you
Beatty.
have to watch him kill a bunch of people. That's fine by me.
Exactly. Especially those kids. Sing them a lullaby. Yeah. But anyway. I found a couple things. I don't think I showed you, Brad. Or actually my wife found them for me. One I already put back in the bag back there, but she found somebody had dumped their 3D collection.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a bait, even though I already had it, but this was the Blu-ray for $2, brand new.
Nice.
Final Destination 3D, $2. This one was really cool. Dial M for Murder with the lenticular cover.
Why is that one in 3D?
Maybe it was originally
Isn't
in
that
3D.
based
probably.
on that old school movie? It's a remake. Of
No, this
Dial
was the original.
The one from like 40 years ago or 50
Hitchcock.
years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she also found the one that my favorite one that she found was House of Wax 3D with Vincent Price. That was originally in 3D, and it was the most popular film of the year, and the most popular film ever in 3D, Joe.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it holds a record. That one has the lenticular cover too.
What is ibuprofen going to help?
Yeah, Tammy and the T-Rex. There you go.
You just look like you're in pain.
I am. My feet are killing me, but what is ibuprofen going to do? Nothing.
Trying to string not sleep. Okay. Eaten Alive. I like it. I mean, I can elaborate if you'd like me to, but I've always thought it was pretty fun. Especially since Kim Richards is in that one as well.
Mm.
As well as the original Halloween. Thank you, Mr. Bones.
The chick from Swamp Thing, did she die the other day?
Adrienne Barbeau?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But I know.
I saw something. I thought it said that she died or something.
Ben. Yeah, I like 3 Double D too. It was just stupid, but it was fun. Especially when they brought Hasselhoff in. I was like, all right, this movie is completely gone over
That
the
was
edge.
the point of it, though. That was
Yeah,
funny.
exactly.
That was too funny.
Yeah, I like Eaten Alive a lot. I like the villain. I like the hotel. I like the even though Robert Englund didn't have a huge part in it, he still has that line that everybody copies today. And some alligators. Did I send you that one, Brad?
I don't remember.
I had the Dark Sky one, but I got rid of it because I have the Arrow Blu-ray.
This one?
Yep,
This one has some vitamins in it if you need it.
I know that.
Take your medicine,
Oh,
Brad.
Craig, I haven't watched that yet.
Denise Richards. And is it Paul Walker's in that one? I think.
Which one? South of Hell?
No, Tammy and the T-Rex.
Yep, Paul Walker.
You're not eating chicken cutlets, are you, Joe?
I'm eating French fries, chicken tenders, mozzarella sticks.
Stop. See? There you go. Honey mustard or barbecue or nothing?
It's like this spicy ketchup.
Huh.
It's really good.
Interesting.
The one from Heinz that just mixes Tabasco and ketchup.
I'm not sure. It's from my son works at Red Robin, so he brings home food on Fridays.
Oh yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, I saw that Wild Things is coming out. So is American Werewolf in London's coming out in March or May as well.
Girls
I
Night Out.
love Red Robin.
Oof.
We just had all you can eat fried catfish.
That's the one.
I had two pieces.
The Wicker Man. I knew Imprint was putting out something that I wanted. Yeah,
Is it
the
Second
Wicker Man.
Sight that's doing The Witch?
No, they're not, are they?
Yeah, I think it was them. It's like a big night set, kind of like the Session 9 set.
Oh my god.
It hasn't been in there for 2 minutes.
Yeah, Crocodile's okay.
But
I think I sent you that one, didn't you, Joe?
So I had the second one on DVD.
hot water from the sink and warmed it
Yeah,
up.
I have the first one on DVD.
There's a
I'll
sport
do it for
knife.
2 minutes.
Hellblazers. Huh. Tony Todd and Courtney Gaines. Huh. Sounds cool. Meg Foster, boy.
Yeah, I've been meaning to buy that movie forever. I keep thinking the cover looks like it would come out some off of Hellraiser, but
The Wicker Man. Yeah, I got to get that. Now, if I had the box like Joe has, I'd probably be fine with that, but I passed on that one time because I'm a dumbass.
Oh, the wooden one?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just remembered that the mask giveaway center.
That's what you like?
From 9 to 11.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. You asked what you wanted to do, what I wanted to do.
Is that what you want to do?
No, I just was reminding you that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to go to that.
Hey, Kelly. Oh, here it is, Craig. Thank you, Craig.
Hey, Kelly.
Oh, shit.
hi, Kelly.
That looks awesome. It's a 3 Blu-ray set of The Wicker Man.
Re Blu-ray. So what the fuck's on it?
It's, oh my God, it's 119. Well, that's in Australian. 119.95.
Good.
I have to send this to you, Joe, and maybe Brad if he wants it, or just slash brothers in general. Yeah, because I would like a really good set.
No, he was right the first
Wicker
time,
Man.
Jennifer. He's a dumbass.
Me?
Yeah, you.
What did I do?
I don't know. You said you were a dumbass, I guess.
I resemble that remark. Thank you, Craig. I think I sent it to you guys.
Mhm.
It's probably got all the cuts on there.
Oh, wow.
I am frugal. Nah, I wish. Well, I am kind of. I mean, I like to get stuff on deals.
And that's on sale.
Yeah. Really? I shouldn't laugh at that. I mean, I can understand maybe her not remembering Masters of the Universe. Sorry, Brad. Which is also my favorite movie of all time, The Osterman Weekend.
No. Meg Foster, I remember from Master of the Universe and 31.
Yep. Jeepers Creepers 3.
Was she in that? I forget.
Mm-hmm.
Am I on camera?
I don't know, Danny.
Where's Danny? There's Danny.
Hey guys.
Looking like a big ass bottle of Pepto Bismol.
I do not look like a little bottle of Pepto Bismol. Oh no, being up sick pride.
You're so mean, dude. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Releasing the Wicker Man. Are there that many cuts of it, Joe?
I mean, I know of the two. I don't know if there's any more. Like the anchor base sets I have, they have 2 different cuts.
Really?
Yeah, I have the 2-disc regular anchor bay release, and then I have the wooden one.
Which one has the 2 cuts? The wooden one or the other one?
They both do. And actually, now that I think about it, I also have a UK release from Anchor Bay that has 2 cuts.
Huh.
Craig, I just ate and I'm drinking tea.
Is the UK one PAL, Joe?
Yeah.
So you can't play it?
I have a region free DVD player, just not Blu-ray.
Oh. You're the man, Joe.
I'll take pictures of them when I'm done eating.
Cool.
You've seen the wooden one, but I'll take pictures of the other 2.
Yeah. Wooden one is gorgeous. I think it might have been missing something somewhere, though, because I think I saw it at a thrift store. I don't know if it was missing something or not. Or maybe I was worried.
She doesn't rub my belly. She rubs my cock.
Yeah, boy. Emergencies and oh boy, they live. Yeah.
What?
Now we need the devils. Don't know if I've seen that one.
That helps everything.
Ah, shit.
Don't say you don't either, because the other day all I did was ask you to rub my leg, and you because it was hurting.
Alrighty then. Alrighty.
Dad? You still want me to help you while you're sick? You
don't
need to
ask
be
you for help.
quiet.
I don't need to ask you for help.
Let's discuss the Wicker Man. The Wicker Man Enigma. 2001 documentary. New video essay on the Wicker Man. Counterculture, hippie movement, and the rise of feminism by Kat Ellinger.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. I did read something interesting about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film.
The new one?
Yeah.
What?
So, I guess like somebody put out a thing saying that this is what Leatherface does. If you really watch the movies, like in every single movie almost, there's a different type of subculture or whatever he goes after. In the first one and in the remake, it was kind of hippies.
Yeah.
And in the second one, it was yuppies. And I'm not sure about part 3, but I know in part 4, it was prom teens. And then in this new one, he goes after
Cancel
Generation
culture.
Z cancel culture fucks.
Yep.
So
it probably is just 2 cuts, Joe. The third, Craig sent me what was on the 3rd disc.
Oh,
I have to send that to you as well.
I'm going to go take pictures of those sets for you. I'll send them to you.
Bam. There we go. Yeah. Love The Wicker Man. Amazing movie. I just don't know how to classify it. I've never known how to classify it.
that's a fucking weird one. I don't even know if it's a horror film. People say it is, but I don't know.
Oh, I think it's definitely a horror film, but I mean, maybe folk horror.
I would say it's a fucking you're on drugs tripping out film. Whoever made that shit was on drugs tripping out. You know?
Hey, Brandon.
Oh, thank you, Brandon. It hasn't really gotten that many views yet. I was a little disappointed in that.
I watched it. So did you have to do that part over again as well? The beginning?
No.
You already had that?
Yeah, it was just the review.
Yeah, that's what I think, Verge. It's full core. I agree. I remember seeing a commercial for that when I was a little kid, and it kind of got to me because again, even back then watching the trailer, I wasn't really sure if it was a horror movie or not. But by the end of the trailer, you kind of figured out it was a horror movie. But I was trying to think of what movie that was on, because he did a trailer for a funeral home, for The Wicker Man, and Kill or Be Killed. That one too. So I think I'm in the minority of people who like Funeral Home.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, why got shit on Peeping Tom?
I didn't shit on Peeping Tom.
You did.
I said that I didn't shit on Peeping Tom at all. I shit on all the people that have to be like, oh, Peeping Tom came for. Who gives a fuck? Peeping Tom.
Yeah, but you said that Psycho was the first slasher, and that's not correct. Peeping Tom was, and that's
Psycho
not
was
even
the
correct.
first slasher that did anything.
That's not what you said, though. You said I consider the first slasher to be.
But 2 months before is not exactly what I consider all that coming out first. For all we know, it just got rushed into production and thrown out there, which is probably why Peeping Tom, nobody even knows about it, and Psycho is acclaimed worldwide.
Okay.
Jason, I just sent those pictures in the group. Apparently, the UK one I have is a 3-disc set too.
Really?
One of them is a CD soundtrack, though. That's why.
Nice. It has some really nice music to it. Imprint's been making some really good stuff.
Did somebody just set off a firework in one of y'all's things?
No, it's from out there. The neighbors are over there partying across the street.
Okay.
They're setting off their sirens.
No, it was a bottle rocket.
Come on, pictures. I want them now. You know why it takes so long to get fucking pictures on this thing? The phone's a piece of shit.
I think I got them.
That's true. Well,
yeah, I got them.
They're both kind of mentioned in the same breath usually, and usually almost everyone says the same thing, and that is Peeping Tom came out a couple months before, and that's usually where it ends. All right, Jennifer likes Funeral Home. There you go.
No, Brandon, nobody ever talks about Peeping Tom, period. Only hardcore horror people even know what it is.
That's not true.
It's true. Yes, it is.
It's not true.
Danny, have you ever heard of Peeping Tom? Have you ever heard of Psycho?
I've heard of Peeping Toms. Are those the weird guys that stare into your window while you're interrupting?
Like I said, Psycho inspired a generation after generation of filmmakers.
I'm not
saying Peeping Tom inspired restraining orders.
Thank you, Brandon.
I'm not saying it's not popular. I'm just saying it's not the first slash. Oh, wow. This is nice, Joe. Okay. The soundtrack is the third one.
Yeah.
Nice.
The US one with the yellow slipcover.
Mm-hmm.
That thing wasn't in print long at all. That was like a limited edition.
Is the cover embossed? It looks embossed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's fucking nice, Joe.
Yeah, I've never seen another copy of that. It's weird. Like it came out and then I bought it when I saw it, and then I've never seen it again.
I don't think I've seen another copy of it either, to be honest with you.
Very strange.
I've seen the wooden box one.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times, obviously. But I've never seen that yellow one ever again.
No, Jen, we actually met in prison.
Huh? Oh,
Me and Danny met.
I know what you're saying. I get it.
See, there you go. Bones never heard of Peeping Tom either. Till Scream 4 brought it up. I never heard of it till I started hanging out with these guys.
Who? Me and Joe?
Any of y'all, the fucking YouTube horror or whatever. And I love horror movies. I never heard of it.
You're just not as cultured.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Not as cultured.
I think so. You know,
How did you
Well,
guys hear about?
Having,
Here's a good conversation. And Jason, I kind of know with you because we've kind of talked about this stuff before.
okay.
But how did you guys learn about certain horror movies before the internet?
the same way everybody did through your friends. And of course, you know, trailers on TV.
But I'm saying people have different stories. Like I'm saying for me, for example, like a lot of the Fangoria movies, you know, some of those I hadn't heard of or hadn't seen, and I found out through that book.
Like, I didn't even like.
Some people read Fangoria magazine. Some people saw them just happened to see them at the video stores. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how did certain people hear about Peeping Tom for the first time? How did
That too,
certain people hear
perusing
about-
the video section, just perusing the horror section of the video store.
That was my major one was well, you already know that, Joe. I used to, I mean, anywhere. It's weird. I used to go to video stores everywhere. When we would go on vacation, I would go to a video store. At any of them that there are around, I wouldn't rent from them because we were on vacation. I didn't belong there. But I would go there and watch and look at the box arts for hours.
Exactly, Bones. Yeah, whatever had the best cover or whatever, we would pick up and rent, you know?
Which was usually disappointing, but you know.
Sometimes, yeah. What the fuck? Oh, and you know what's funny, Jay? I never heard of Fangoria magazine until I was a senior in high school.
Really?
They didn't sell it anywhere we lived. Like nobody when I was growing
Well,
up.
you
had
were in
Fangoria.
Germany. I don't.
Well, I mean,
was it
like
out in
I'm talking
Germany?
about, like, you know,
Here?
when I was really into horror, like really getting into horror.
Right.
Like there was nowhere in the towns I went to high school in that I could find or I knew about that sold it.
Oh, Fangoria was a staple.
Kelly, even
Yeah.
we find new horror movies all the time, Kelly, that we didn't know about. It's
Yeah.
interesting how that happens. I mean, it's definitely rarer now as the years go on, but it's cool every now and then when like you learn about an 80s horror movie or an 80s slasher that you've never seen or never really heard of, and it's like, how did I not know about this movie?
Yeah.
It's cool when that
Yep.
happens,
Man, I don't want people.
Well, look at Killer of Dolls. I mean, and
Yeah.
was never released. I don't even think it was released on VHS, was it, Joe? Here?
No. And here's a great example: Scary Movie '91. Like, how many people didn't know about that until
Right.
it was released on Blu-ray? I mean, I reviewed it a while
Joe,
back.
I knew about it because you told me about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was one of those movies for me that I knew about that nobody knew what I was talking about. Anytime I mentioned
Yeah.
Scary Movie,
Every
they would
time you
think I
said
had
scary
comment.
movie, I was like, "Wait, you mean the one with the Wayans
Yeah.
brothers?" And he's like,
For years and years, I had loved that movie, and no one knew what it was. And then it was great to finally get it out there for people and people be able to see it.
Oh man, I just remember all the time. I mean, I probably spent days, maybe even weeks of my life looking at box art from VHS back in the
a lot of different
video
ways, man.
stores.
The biggest thing is still just like the video store days, except now we have to peruse to buy.
Yeah.
Like I peruse the Walmart sections that have all the unknown films, and then also of course we get certain companies that send us movies, and then just like secondhand stores. I pick up every horror film, random just crappy horror film I find at secondhand stores.
Yep.
So it's just like I picked up one the other day called Hunchback on VHS, which I'm super pissed. I'm still trying to recover this video. I might have to film it again, but I don't want to film it again.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to.
I think I had the
I
DVD
have
of
never
that.
heard of that movie, and it's got Anthony Hopkins in it. I
Yep.
mean, how have I never heard of this movie?
Yeah, I'm with you, Kelly. I feel the same way.
Yeah, and if I see something on different people's channels,
Really?
like I'll check
It's
it out
interesting,
if I
man.
think it looks interesting.
Hours looking at the VHS wall.
Yep.
I mean, if there was, it's weird though, because rather than sit back and watch them, I would love to be able to go back and just stare at those walls again. It's just such a good feeling, and it was like,
I know. I miss that so much.
you and me both. That's why, and I know you've talked about doing this, putting together like a video rental store in your place. I saw, was it Rotten Roger has one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really cool. I miss it so much.
Yeah, but I think he actually like rented a space for it. I don't know if that.
No, he has a video store now, but he actually made the one that he films at. I think it's in his basement.
Well, he doesn't. He says he doesn't sell anything. It's just his shit.
He just made it up to look like a rental store.
But I think he was saying something about he actually rented a space or something. Or
yeah, there is one. The movie that they did called Tapehead, which I gotta get a copy of. Because I want to see it. The video store in that movie is real. And I think he owns it. Pretty sure.
I wish that, like I've said this before, I was late into the DVD. Like when DVD started coming out, like I was like so set. I was like, nope, I love my VHS collection. Like
Me
I'm
too.
sticking with tapes. And I was it took me like a couple of years to really start buying DVDs. But then once I did, I was that type of person who was like, okay, like I kind of just stored my VHS collection away. I replaced whatever basically I wanted to a DVD that I could. And then my main focus was DVD. And I wish that I hadn't done that, because that was the perfect time that these people who still collected VHS got to travel around and still see these VHS stores before they closed and kind of pick through their stock. And you know what I mean? They had like free reign. Like you can't really go. I mean, there's few and far between. There's very small VHS stores still around the country, but they're just so sparse. I mean, there's these things. They're not there to make money. They're basically there because they were some family business and the person just likes to have it. But there was a time in between when people would literally travel around, like hitting up these VHS stores before they closed down. And
Yeah.
it just, if I could go back, I wish I could, and not just toss VHS aside, because now I'm always looking for VHS.
Well, it's funny that you talk about that, because I mean, DVD started coming out in like 97, 98, somewhere.
Yep.
But it didn't get real big until after the millennium, and it's because they were so fucking expensive. Well, I remember like the reason I bought a PS2, because I did like the PS2, but the only game I really played was Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I bought a PS2 was that it had a really good DVD player as part of it.
It's funny because
So
we had Xbox at the time, and you had to buy like an extra little piece for
But
the
that's
Xbox.
the-
Yeah,
you
you
buy all
plugged
this
it in the
extra shit
thing.
for the
Yeah.
Xbox. You had to buy all this extra shit for the PS2. You could just use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I bought the PS2, and I got basically my game system, my DVD player, the same thing. But even when I had that, I did not own my first DVD till 2002. And my first DVD I ever bought was at the Big Money Hustlers screening they did in Denver, and it was the DVD copy of Big Money Hustlers. But I liked
Nice.
DVDs before that. Friends of mine had them. I didn't have them.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford them. I was broke all the time. I was young and broke. But the thing that really sold me on DVD, I was sold on DVD right away.
Really?
And what sold me on DVD was the fact that you didn't have to sit there and rewind and stop and try to play. You could just fucking go right to where you wanted to go right away. And that was it. That was the thing about DVD that was like, yes.
All right, Joe. Continuing on that, what was your first DVD?
So I actually had bought 2 DVDs the first time I bought them. So
Okay.
it was The Fast and the Furious and Halloween, the extended edition from Anchor Bay.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Those are my
Fast and
first
Furious
2.
was actually like my 3rd or 4th DVD.
Yeah. I around the time Fast and the Furious first came out on DVD. So
Right.
that was like when I first started getting into DVD. And I went to the store. I remember I was buying a gift for my stepdad too, a couple different things, and we had just gotten the Xbox piece so we could watch DVDs.
Yep.
And I remember one of the things I bought him was a copy of Old School on DVD because that was the first DVD I bought him. But I bought myself Halloween Extended from Anchor Bay and Fast and the Furious because Fast and the Furious had just come out, and I was like, oh shit, this will be cool to get on DVD. And I had to get Halloween because it was there.
Oh,
And then
hell yeah.
those were my first two. I think the next one after that, was Phantasm, the MGM release. And then from there, forget it. Who knows? But
Spaceballs was like my number 5 DVD that I bought.
Hmm.
And I still
I
have
bought
that
the
same
MGM
DVD.
of Phantasm first day it came out.
yep, I got that. That was one of the first DVDs I got. Hellraiser Hellseeker was one of the first because it had just come out. And, and I was getting that. That was kind of like before I went back and got the rest of the Hellraisers on DVD. I already had the others on VHS at the time.
Right.
Hellseeker was like the first one that I didn't have on VHS. So I bought the DVD of that pretty early on. That was probably one of my first 5 or so.
The first horror film that I remember buying on DVD was Saw.
Really?
The reason why I remember that is because I didn't start buying horror right away because I had all the horror on VHS. So I was just buying stuff that was like new, stuff I still got it on VHS. I'll watch it on there. It's fine.
That's how I was at first. Yeah.
Like my original DVD shelf was only like this. I mean, there was like this many DVDs on it, and it was over my computer. It was like one of those computer center things. It was over my computer, and I had an old school box computer and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
They opened up this place in Denver called DVD and More Exchange. And you could go there and, you would trade in DVDs and then you could buy almost brand new DVDs because people were trading them in all the time for like
Nice.
$5 to $7.
Yeah.
So I was always buying new ones. And then sometimes that's where I got House of a Thousand Corpses.
Nice.
That's where I got what else did I get there? I got my Halloween DVD there, my first Halloween DVD. And I paid like $4 for it. And it was just, but it's funny too, because even here until a few years ago, GameStop had huge DVD selections.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But now they don't. Now, hell, they closed half the GameStops here.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I've been hearing a lot of stuff like how corrupt GameStop is as a company. I don't know.
Oh, Girls Night Out is so good, dude. And they're releasing that in Arrow.
Yep.
So, Jennifer, your first one was Revenge of the Nerds. Was it the dual pack? Because I have the dual pack that
I think
has
that's what I have.
the first two.
Yeah. I think that's what I have.
Well, the only two.
Yeah.
But my first one was Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that was beautiful.
It's like wah wah wah. Because I actually got a certificate that when I bought my Blu-ray player, I had to send it in, and they sent me a double disc DVD of Planet of the Apes. So that was my first.
Nice.
First one I bought, it might have been Trick or Treat. Ozzy, Gene Simmons, Ragman.
Nice.
Because it was one of them plastic jewel cases.
I don't know why I remember this, but do you remember that back around 2002 or 3, Pizza had a thing where if you bought a pizza, you could get a DVD for like $3 or $4. I don't remember.
Yep.
And you could choose. And I don't remember which ones I got, but I got all of them. That they had, except for like one. I just didn't want it. I don't remember what it was, but I don't remember what they are now.
It was like the equivalent of like when McDonald's had the VHS tapes back in the 90s. I get all those. It was Addams Family, Back to the Future, Ghost, a couple others too, obviously. But I had gotten like all 5, whatever they were, 5 or 6 of them.
Are they the ones in the little paper sleeves, Joe?
I'm talking about the VHS.
Oh, because Kellogg's did the DVDs. If you mailed in like a Raisin Bran, and my grandmother ate Raisin Bran all the time, so I would get those, and it's like I still have it. My
sending in
Bodyguard
box tops and shit for things.
Yeah.
Like I got that fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi Force Ghost figure.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
only
yeah.
released through fucking cereal boxes that way.
Yep.
You know, or comic books and shit. You know,
Hey,
like,
JP. Hey, Patrick.
What's up, JP? We were talking about you earlier.
Yeah, T2 with the metal slipcover. Yep, I remember getting that one.
Yeah, I have that actually. Still,
Yep. I
cut
know what I
myself
have.
on it.
You know what I have of T2? I have the friggin' skull, like the giant limited edition that came with the Terminator skull.
you know what's
Oh,
so funny
really?
is
Yeah.
Huh?
the only fucking movie I remember from the Pizza Hut lineup of DVDs, Joe, was the Mr. Multiplicity one.
T2. Yep.
Wait a minute.
American Psycho was the first. My first 4K was Halloween. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey guys, my first Disney DVD I bought was Aladdin,
Remember that, Brandon?
and the second one was Beauty and the Beast.
It's
Those
a
were
good
my two
one. I don't know.
favorites.
I bought.
For DVDs,
Might have been the Jungle Book.
my first DVD for Disney was probably
The Jungle Book,
either Beauty and the Beast or
I
Pinocchio.
remember.
Did you say Pinocchio?
Yeah.
I have one of the Pinocchios that is in the regular DVD case,
Mhm.
but it's a DVD Blu-ray.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah.
Kind of an oddball. I have three ones like
Nice.
that. I have
They used to do,
Paranormal Activity 3 like that. I have Fast and the Furious 4 or 5, and I also have a Pinocchio that's like
when they
that.
first started doing Blu-ray DVD combo packs, you'd have the choice between the Blu-ray case or the DVD case for some movies.
Really?
Because if people were more likely to, if people liked collecting DVDs, they kind of liked everything lined up.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember that.
I have Invasion of the Body Snatchers, you know, the one we watched, the 78 one.
Really?
I have that. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and it comes in a DVD case.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I saw one the other day that was actually like that, Joe.
Yeah, they don't.
It
they're
was
not
something. I don't remember which
not
movie
too
it was, but I was looking for it, and they had two side by side. It was DVD
Hey,
Blu-ray
Patrick.
pack, and it was in a DVD case.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're not common.
Lion
So
King. Yeah, I
I
can see
kind of
that.
look at them now when I see them.
I don't remember.
I remember
think it
when
might have been
Lion
the
King
Jungle
came
Book.
out I remember when Lion King came out on VHS.
I remember when it came out in the theaters.
My
That was my
mom
daughter's
bought
first
it.
movie.
I remember
My
seeing
mom
that.
bought it, and like the entire fucking neighborhood came to our house to watch it.
Nice.
Like for real, it was a huge fucking like watch party in my house on.
They had
Nobody-
cool
that's
nobody
awesome.
could pass it over there.
Where we lived to go to the theater was 45 minutes away. Going to Albuquerque, and it was expensive as hell. And my mom had 5 kids; she couldn't afford tickets to the theater like that unless
Little
it was a dollar
Mermaid.
theater. You know,
He used the Haunted Mansion. Nice. I like that movie. People tend to crap on that one as well, but I like that one.
It's pretty funny. I have I have a VHS screener of that.
first Blu-ray I ever bought was Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I think.
Really?
Yep.
Shit, I don't even remember my first Blu-ray. I have to think about that one for a while.
Or at least my first horror one. I know that for sure.
I think my first 2 Blu-rays were Edward Scissorhands and Beetlejuice.
That's awesome.
2 of my favorite movies. It's the Beetlejuice with the what do you call it? The freaking slipcover that what's it called? It's like a hologram, like a hologram.
Oh,
cover.
really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Like a lenticular
There's the
cover?
word. I couldn't think of the word. Lenticular cover. It's like
Yeah.
it's like one of the rarest Blu-ray slipcovers. And I just got it at the time just because it was new, and now it's apparently it's like this highly sought after thing for people who collect slipcovers.
Huh.
But it was one of my first Blu-rays because
Jen, why are you calling Danny a beast? That's messed up.
Bonger's Beauty and the Beast. That's not nice. That's funny though. A Bug's Life and the Phantom Menace. Oh, Phantom Menace is awesome.
I didn't buy any Star Wars DVDs until I bought that silver and black of the special editions.
that was my first DVD set of Star
Yeah,
Wars
that was
too.
my first
Me
DVD
too.
box set.
Because
Me
I had
too.
I had the VHS set that's like the blue, the pink, and the purple.
Yep.
It was the last set they released as like the original cut of the film for the most
I got
part.
them all.
Before they were special editions, and then that DVD set came out. And I remember it being such a huge deal. They had
They actually released one more VHS set after that, Joe.
I bought it
no,
at Best Buys.
no, I'm saying the last VHS set that had the actual original cuts, not
Oh
before
yeah,
the-
yeah.
yeah. when the DVD sets came out, I remember it being such a big deal. They had the widescreen and the full
Can you
screen,
bring me a beer?
the silver or the gold.
Thank you.
And people were so
I
confused
actually have
about-
the VHSs of those too, or I had them before, you know.
people were so
But,
confused
like-
what to get between widescreen and full screen. It took,
Yes, yes.
it took so long for people to realize that widescreen you were seeing more of the picture.
Oh, not me. I knew. I
Most
knew.
people went for the full screen, thinking that it was going to actually be the full screen on there.
Not me.
I liked Phantom Menace when it first came out. I loved it. I still love that movie.
Me too. I saw it twice in the theaters.
I
That's
saw
cool,
it
Christian.
too. And you know when it came out on DVD, you know which version I bought?
Yeah. Thanks.
Or when it came out, when it first was released on home video? The version I bought was a box like this big.
Mhm.
And you open it up, and inside was a art concept book.
That's what I
A
have.
film cell.
I have that set.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've actually got two of them now because I sold them one, and then I bought them again.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, somewhere.
Is it from
It's
the
on
Phantom Menace?
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's the Phantom Menace one. And
Well, there was your Christmas present.
oh no, you can send it to me because mine's incomplete.
I found it at a thrift store, and I was like,
Mine's
Oh, Brad's
incomplete.
gotta
So
have
send it
this.
over. I'm missing the outer box now.
"Oh no, I have the outer box. It's
I'm
all
missing
there."
the outer box. It was in a bunch of VHSs that were when I sold my VHSs. It was just laying in there.
Nice.
So, but I still have the film cell over here. I've got the book on the bookshelf, and I have, I have the VHS tape. You know, but I
Yeah, I
don't have the
remember
outer
when
box
the-
anymore. So
I never
that's
bought the
awesome.
gold set. My cousin bought the gold set, the VHS set that was special edition.
Ones with
Yeah,
Darth Vader's heads
I
on
have
them.
that. I have a lot of Star
If you
Wars.
take the gold and the silver one and put them together, it forms Darth Vader's full head.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Nick, last shoegazer sent me the gold set, the VHS set, because I never did buy it. He saw it at a thrift store and picked it up, sent it to me.
Yeah. Full
I
screen
have
and
I have
widescreen.
Star Wars on CED too.
Yeah, what?
Star Wars on CED.
Do you really?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the blue one.
A giant
Yeah.
blue one, yeah.
Yeah. I had that when I was a little kid.
I love that. It's so cool. It's such like a great display piece in the room.
It's
Oh,
so funny
yeah.
when widescreen, when they started putting shit out in widescreen, that's all I bought. Even though people are like, why do you buy that? It makes it like this
Yeah.
big.
Me too.
It's because it gives you more on the sides, and I like
And it
that.
tells you that you see this much
Yeah.
more.
They
But, like-
they used to put pictures on the cases so you could see.
The
Yes.
smaller your TV was, the smaller your TV was, the
Yeah, I
harder it
mean,
was, you know.
but they
would
made
literally
TVs
they
for
would
that.
literally put like a
Hey,
scene from the movie in the
Tristan.
back of the case and show you what it looks like in widescreen and show you what it looks like
But
in full
have
screen.
you ever done a widescreen old school DVD on a flat screen TV now, on like the TVs we have now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
HD flat screen. There, it does look kind of weird.
Yeah.
Or when it's short, when it shrinks everything down into like small box TV formula, you know.
I never liked the movies that were done in pan and scan. I don't like that.
Yeah, because there's pan and scan, there's anamorphic widescreen. It just depends on, you know.
I think I got League of Their Own, and that was pan and scan. I didn't like it.
I've been meaning to do that Star Wars overview of all my Star Wars media, but I haven't got around to it yet. I've got a ton though,
Me too.
and I've got a lot of it. I'm gonna flip through the pages of the books because I put all the cases for the series out in the garage.
Double lightsaber. That's cool.
I actually need to make a VHS copy of the holiday special just because I feel like I need it on VHS too. Just the
I need
complete
a DVD one.
push. You don't have it at all? I always forget
No.
that.
I've seen it. I saw it when I was a little kid. But no, I don't have it.
There isn't a Star Wars movie that's come out that I haven't liked.
Me either. Although Last Jedi took me a little while, but I accept it for what it is now.
What would you say was the VHS tape that you watched the most?
Oh, that's. I'll let you go first, but go ahead.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I have to think about that one.
Now we're talking about all time or as an adult.
No, I'm saying like back in the day, like when there was no DVD.
Yeah, the VHS tape I watched the most was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the movie. Like that got fucking weekly playings at my house from the ages of whenever it came out. I don't remember how old I was
Mm-hmm.
to like 17 years old. That movie got
Mm.
like weekly playings. I love that fucking movie. I still love that movie. It's so fucking good.
All right, let me.
After that, though, it would probably be my Star Wars VHSs, the ones that you know that pink and purple box that you were talking about.
Yeah.
My girlfriend in
VHS.
high school, one of my girlfriends in high school bought me that,
Mhm.
and I still have the original one. And I've got a couple more since because I keep finding them. You know.
Mm.
Let's see.
But, yeah, those got a lot of watches, and then my half baked VHS got so many watches I broke the tape.
You know, I've never seen that.
I'm not as big on it now as I used to be, but I was huge on that movie when I was younger.
Oh, I meant to ask you, Joe. Did you know that Sub Rosa put out? This is completely off subject. Sub Rosa put out Midnight 2 on DVD.
Yeah, I saw they were going to. I didn't realize it already came out.
Yeah, they did. So now that I'm in my email, I can look at this.
I have that the VHS that they released, the director's cut of Midnight 2.
And you know your mom didn't let you watch those. You probably were watching Hallmark Channel shit.
I watched those when I was a kid. My mom is a lot different than she
I'm
is now.
teasing you, Danny.
Realistically, it was probably Enter the Ninja.
Oh, my Bloodsport VHS got a lot of wear.
Yeah, that one got a lot of wear with me too. But
Really
I'm
enjoyed
looking
that
at
movie.
my old VHS list,
I
and
don't know why.
all my Friday the 13th
Okay, you can
got
go to bed.
regular playing, except for Jason Goes to Hell. Halloween was a big one.
Did I ever tell you about the time my stepfather crushed all my AC/DC tapes with a hammer?
Yep.
Yeah,
Pin got a lot of play.
Pins off. I love that tape too. I love.
Oh,
That was something else I wasn't allowed to have when I was living with them was horror movies.
okay, I have to take
He
that
wouldn't
back.
let me
Probably
have-
my Rocky tapes got the most play out of anything that I owned.
He wouldn't let me buy horror movie or have horror movies in the house.
I used to watch Rocky 3 every day before I went to school
Really?
for like a year and a half. Yeah. I was pretty sick.
That's my favorite Rocky movie. Damn good one.
I mean, the Osterman Weekend got a lot of play. Blade Runner got a lot of play. I think the Rocky movies got more play than anything else. I'm pretty sure. But
For
Enter
me,
the Ninja and Revenge of the
I've
Ninja
watched
were
Blade
damn
Runner
close.
3 times. Okay? I've watched Blade Runner 3 times.
Okay.
Every version I've watched is different than the last version I watched before.
Okay.
And I still don't fully fucking get that movie, honestly.
Really?
That movie's confusing as hell. Like, I still don't totally get what's going on in that movie half the time.
Really?
I may not have been paying very much attention, but I don't really like.
Huh. I saw it in the movie
still
theater
don't
when it
understand
came
all
out,
that.
and I fucking love it. I just, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And my favorite is the theatrical version, the one with the voiceover, the detective movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite version of it.
Oh, I had a bunch of horror movies. He just didn't know about them. My friends we would record them in my friend's house, or I'd record them straight off of television if I had to. You guys remember doing that, I'm sure.
What's that?
And recording shit off of television.
Oh yeah, all the time.
And I would just fucking have them unmarked, and I would hide them under my bed and shit. He never looked there.
That sounds familiar, Brandon.
So,
And actually, Collector Man, I didn't actually know that they were making a sequel to Hocus Pocus until I saw your thing on Instagram.
It was filmed about 10 minutes from my house.
Hocus Pocus 2?
Yeah, we
Nice.
drove by the the set like almost every day. when it was filmed.
Wow.
Yeah. You could see the sets from the road just driving by. I don't like this field.
You want to? Here's one for you. My stepfather would not let me go with my friends to the theaters to see Jurassic Park.
Because he considered it a horror film?
Yeah.
Nice.
He didn't think I should go without an adult to watch a PG-13 film. My mom didn't give a shit, dude. I still had VHSs that were like rated R and shit. It was so weird though. Like I was in like 6th or 7th grade when that movie came out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I watched it. They showed it at our fucking school. I honestly, though, you know what it really is? I don't think it had anything to do with what it was. I think he was just doing it to be a dick to me, honestly.
Could have been, yeah. From the way you made him sound,
I think a lot of what he did was just to be a jerk off.
Yeah.
He was a Baptist preacher, and he let me watch that stuff.
Yes, Danny, I know.
Is he still around?
Not around me. I haven't seen him in 22 years, 23
He's
years.
still living?
As far as I know. He got remarried, moved to Carlsbad. I don't know where he lives now. I think he lives somewhere in Texas or something.
Huh.
I don't know. Guy
Yeah, there
who
was
hated
certain
white people
movies.
so much married 3 white women.
It was my parents were kind of strange. Well, my mother didn't really say much except for when I brought Maniac home. She made me turn it off when he cut the scalp off of the hooker. But my father, like, I could watch Angel, I could watch Savage Streets, I could watch Street Trash, not Street Trash, Street
My
Walking.
mom and dad really didn't give too much of a crap what I was watching either.
But it was comedies and horror movies. They had something to say about it. Like I was telling Joe the other day, I got Night Patrol on VHS the other day.
My mom would walk by and see what I was watching, and she'd be like, "Oh, Brad, that's awful." Yeah, and that's all she would. Or the only time she ever asked me to stop watching something or whatever,
Yeah,
was if the little kids were watching it or trying to watch it. You know.
there's a scene in Night Patrol, and that's when my father turned it off. When they were standing outside the sperm bank, and there was a woman at the end of the line, and the cop asked, "What are you doing here?" And she went like that. That was the end of that movie. So I had to watch that on my own years later.
Yeah.
So and it wasn't even really that bad.
Like for me, my parents knew that I was different than a lot of kids. I was already grown up enough to where I knew the difference between real and fake. And
yeah, I had like all different horror VHS as a kid. So I was the house, like my friends would come and want to sleep over so we could watch movies because they wouldn't be able to watch them at their house.
Well, see, that was Bill's house for me.
We'd be watching like Hellraiser, and then like my friend would go home and tell his mom, "We watched this movie where this guy he comes back and he's he's like,
oh boy,
he's playing like the whole movie and stuff too." And it's like, what the hell is the point of sneaking it if you're gonna go and tell?
That's how I learned about a lot of horror.
My mom knew we were watching them, but she was just like, just shush, just keep it a secret. But it's funny.
Yeah, Night Patrol was pretty good. It didn't really age well, but it was fun to watch. I watched it the other day again, and it seemed like it rewound a lot better this time, Joe.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it didn't take as long. That was weird.
Probably just that's what happens. Sometimes it just gets stuck over the time. You just gotta rewind it, fast forward it, and it should be okay.
Jesus Christ!
What? What'd you say?
Your glasses are a fucking mess.
I know they're dirty. I couldn't.
Yeah, I'll
even
never
see
forget being at my friend's house like the next day for dinner, and he's explaining the plot to Hellraiser to his mother that we watched the night before. It's like this guy, and he rips his brother's skin off, and then he puts his brother's skin on, and then mom just like looking at us like, "What the hell are you guys watching?" Like of all movies, it's gonna be Hellraiser he's describing.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Oh, that's cool, Tristan.
I just had the nastiest burp ever. It tasted like 6 different medicines.
Oh boy.
Fucking hush puppy and fucking fried catfish.
I had my buddy that lived down the street that I still talk to. Oddly enough, we moved miles away from where we lived when we were kids, and he still lives right down the street from me. And we would watch. He's the guy I watched Sleepaway Camp, Pieces, Friday the 13th, Black Christmas. You know, all those movies. We used to go see them in the theaters and stuff like that. We saw Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Stand By Me, all those movies.
Here's a funny story. So, have you seen Scrapbook?
No, I haven't, but from the way you made it sound, I do want to see it.
All right, so Scrapbook is really fucking rough. Like
Yeah.
rough. Like the killer in it, like literally, like rapes this girl with a glass bottle. It's like extreme kind of.
Oh,
So now this is when we were older. Obviously, this is me, and this is when I was with my son's mother at the time. My son wasn't born yet, but we were dating at the time, and we went out, and I forgot what horror movie I bought. I think it might have been. I don't know what it was. I bought like a regular horror movie, and she wanted Scrapbook. And
boy.
we went back to the house, and we kind of, I don't know what we did. We flipped the coin or something to see which movie we were going to watch first. And
Right.
she won, so we're going to watch Scrapbook. So her mom comes in the room, and she's like, "Oh, I'll watch it with you guys," thinking it's going to be a regular horror movie. Now we hadn't seen it. We had no idea how bad it was going to be. So now the movie goes on, and we proceed to see this woman being like, raped with a glass bottle and all this horrible stuff. And it's like in the movie, it's like extreme to the fact where she's forced to blow this guy, and she's actually doing it. Like it wasn't fake. Like the guy and her like were boyfriend and girlfriend who starred in the movie. So she's legitimately like giving this guy a blowjob in the movie. It was the most awkward watching experience as I'm sitting there with my like here we are. But to expand on that, one night I'm there, and it was like late at night, and we had just gotten home, and we show up, and my girlfriend's mother is asleep on the couch. She fell asleep watching a movie on Cinemax. But now it was late in the middle of the night, so in the middle of the night they would put on like porn movies and stuff. And she woke up in the middle of the night, and when we walked in the room, there's like freaking softcore porn on the TV. it was The Witches of Breastwick, which is actually the Jim Wynorski film, but it's softcore porn. So I walk in, and she sits up. She jumps up because she heard the door. She's like, "Oh, you guys are home." And then we look at the TV, and it's like these three big-breasted women. I'm like, what are you watching?
Wow.
It was absolutely hysterical because
that's great.
she wasn't really watching that. She just had fallen asleep, and that's what was on when she woke up. I'll never forget that.
Do you have the Sub Rosa of Scrapbook?
Yes.
Okay.
The original release of Scrapbook, yeah.
Okay.
That was a fucking pain in the ass to get, too. Like she for some reason she wanted that movie. Like I said, she hadn't even seen it, didn't know really what it was about. We had heard about it, and she looked for it for a long time. And we finally found a copy. The thing was at Newberry Comics.
Oh Jesus! Fucking Newberry Comics.
Yeah, and again, that's another one I have. I've never seen another copy of that like in person.
Really?
Yeah, that was really expensive at one point. I'm not sure what it is now.
Yeah, I like Westerns a lot, Mr. Bones. It's something I got into on my own, though. I mean, my father always liked Clint Eastwood and stuff, but I don't know. He didn't watch many Westerns when I was younger.
My grandfather was a big John Wayne fan.
Yeah.
But he never owned, my grandfather and my grandmother never owned a TV. Like, ever. So when he would come to my house, he would want to watch movies, when he wasn't doing something or working or doing something to help my mom.
Right.
Downtime. And so my mom she went into one of those, you remember the VHS clubs back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
The John Wayne VHS club.
Yeah.
And I was watch those, and that's how I got into John Wayne.
I meant to show you this, Brad. I completely forgot to show you this.
Wow.
Yeah, Brandon. It's true.
Ow! God damn it! I found this at the thrift store the other day. It's a Blu-ray collection.
Nice.
John Wayne. It's got the Big Trail, the Barbarian, and the Geisha.
Mm-hmm.
The Horse Soldiers, North to Alaska, the Comancheros, The Longest Day, and The Undefeated.
I have that same set, but on DVD.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I saw it there and it was like $5. I was like, "Yep, I think you're coming home with me."
Hell yeah. I'm one of the few people that really enjoys the Barbarian. People
And the
talk
geisha?
shit about it, saying that it's racist because John Wayne's playing Genghis Khan.
Oh, okay.
Here's my question, okay, though. Here's my question. We're talking about the 1930s, 40s, 50s, that era.
Right.
Who else were they going to get to play him? There wasn't like exactly a big old thing full of a big old, contingency of, Asian, Chinese, Mongolian actors.
Yeah, exactly. It just wasn't like that back then. You
And
got a
it's the same-
well-known actor and you cast him as somebody
and
that
nobody
they were
gave a
there.
shit.
That's just it.
Nobody gave a shit back then.
Exactly.
And
Nobody,
it's just like
nobody
with-
should give a shit now, to be honest.
Exactly.
It's just like with fucking with one of my favorite fucking James Bond films. You only live twice.
Yeah, Brad told me
Goes
that before,
undercover
Mr.
as a
Bone.
Japanese man, and people say that's racist.
Right.
Well, if they're like, why didn't they get a Japanese spy to play him? Because then it wouldn't be a James Bond film anymore.
Right.
I think people are just too fucking. But yeah, it's still okay that Robert Downey Jr. did blackface in Tropic Thunder.
Right.
That's okay. It's okay if they change characters to fit something, but have somebody back in the day play like Christopher Walken played a fucking. Didn't he play Fu Manchu? Christopher Walken
Christopher Lee.
or Christopher Lee? Sorry.
Yeah.
Racist?
I know what you meant. I know what you
Who
meant.
else were they going to get?
Exactly.
Like you look in MASH, for example, okay? In MASH, you have Pat Morita playing a Korean. He's not Korean.
Yeah.
Why is he playing a Korean? Because they didn't have anybody else to play the Korean. You
Yep.
know, but do we think Pat Morita really gave a shit?
No. He was probably
Well-
happy for the work.
Well, it's like the James Caan and the Godfather thing, like James Caan not being
Well,
Italian.
but see, nobody gives
Right.
a shit about that because it's all quote unquote white people there. You know?
Yeah, but he literally won Italian of the Year.
Yeah.
He wasn't even
And
Italian.
he's not even fucking Italian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Well, it's like just like like Dean Martin.
Jerry Lewis
Jerry Lewis.
played Japanese guy.
Yeah, I mean,
He played all sorts of different characters. And that's just the way it was back then. That's all.
I mean, that's the point of acting.
Yes, exactly.
Like if you can only play yourself or what's close to yourself, then what the fuck? Is
that's
the point of
exactly the point of acting.
Yes.
doing it? I don't
Yep.
understand.
People, yeah, I don't get that either. Everybody's like, I've been hearing this too, and I even talked to a person about it. A friend of mine. Well, he's not a friend; he's kind of a client, but he's a cool kid. He's a good kid, and he's gay. And he's like, yeah, I think if they've got a gay actor that could play the role, they should give it to a gay actor if it's a gay part. And I was like, see, I don't care really because that's acting. Like I don't want anybody else to play Barney Stinson but Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Neil Patrick
Yeah.
Harris is gay, but he's Barney Stinson. He fucking did that shit. Like that's
Well,
the point of acting, is
also
to
Harold and
play
Kumar
things-
too.
Yeah, anything, but that's the whole point of acting is to play things that are not. If you're just playing yourself all the time,
I know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
like it's so funny because in the show The Ranch,
Yeah.
in the show The Ranch, Bo's character, Bo is Sam Elliott's character, huge John Wayne fan, right? Like you diss the Duke, you might get shot, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he gets this girlfriend who doesn't like John Wayne, and
Right.
she's
She
always
likes
dissing-
Chevrolet and he likes Ford.
Yeah, right.
So,
She's
yeah.
always dissing him, and dissing the
Yeah.
movies and stuff. But it's so he's like, how can you call John Wayne the greatest actor of all time? He had one look, and Sam Elliott's like, yeah, but when it's the right look, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Every one of his wives was Hispanic. All three of his wives were Hispanic.
Yeah. He wasn't
Who's that, John Wayne?
Yes, John Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
They
did.
were all, and not just Hispanic. They were all Mexican. They were like Mexican from Mexico. Every single one of his wives.
I think if an actor matches what the character is supposed to look
Yeah.
like, then it doesn't matter to me what their orientation is, what their race is, whatever. As long as they can act the role, I mean that's it. I mean,
Right.
it is what it is. I don't know. I don't understand why it has to be. Everybody has
I
to
agree. I
do
agree,
what they are.
You know, I agree.
Yeah, the ranch fucking. It still pisses me off that they didn't bring Rooster back.
But I will say this: the writers did a really good job. They had some good episodes after.
They did.
Like when they were talking when like the episode where Colt was pinned against the fence with the truck.
Yeah. Yep.
That had me like crying almost like what the fuck, and then like
Really?
Rooster's funeral had me tearing up.
Yeah.
You know, and then even like they brought in the new character, and I was like, okay, whatever. He's not as good as.
Well,
Rooster.
I like that. I like him as an actor. I mean,
yeah,
he's a good actor.
But
You've seen it, haven't you, Joe? The Ranch.
No.
I think people are forgetting these days what the whole point of acting. Okay, here's a great fight. Yul Brynner. What race is Yul Brynner?
I have no idea, but he played just about every different type of
If
character.
I remember correctly, I think he's like Swedish or some shit.
I don't know.
But
Well,
in The King and I, he's playing the King of Siam, and he looks like an Asian.
I hope he's a fucking robot for Westworld, because if not, then they should have recast.
Yeah, I mean, he looks just like an Asian in that movie.
That's awesome.
You know, and he does a great job in it. You know.
Yeah, Dak Shepard. He was in it. He's well, he kind of replaced, I guess, Rooster in a way. I mean,
Hey, Brad, do you own the movie Westworld?
Yes.
And you've never watched it, right?
No.
my
I
God.
think we should watch that one night, because I feel like it's a movie that Brad will enjoy. I
Yeah.
think that would be a good one to do during a stream.
Yeah.
Actually, the one that I saw the trailer for the other day. I don't think I've ever seen a trailer for it, and I've owned it for like 3 years now, and I have not watched it. Is Mandy? And I
Oh,
watched
that's
the
so
trailer
good.
for it, and I was like, "Holy shit, I gotta watch this!"
Yeah, it's
That's
wild.
so good. Have you seen Mandy, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I think the role should be given to whoever the best actor is.
I agree.
I just do. I think if they're a good actor, that's who should get the role. If they, like they were talking about, they wanted somebody in a wheelchair to play an actress in a wheelchair, and they got bugged that it wasn't somebody that was in a wheelchair.
Hey, Tim.
And I was like, well,
Hey, Tim.
just because they're in a wheelchair doesn't mean they're a good actor.
I know.
Doesn't mean that they can, like, the kid, like in Silent or in Silver Bullet, the kid, he does a good job.
Corey
But you
Haim.
know that he's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, but he's not paralyzed. You could see it in little minute movements. You could see him
Yeah.
with his legs.
Yeah, you can. It wasn't
But
perfect.
if you go watch Curse of Chucky, I've watched that shit. You never see Fiona Dorff move her legs.
Except when she stands.
She doesn't
in the
stand.
show.
That is the
Or was that
stupidest
in
fucking
was that in
thing ever.
Curse or Cult?
That is
Curse.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Anyways, but like she is so good in that, you never would think that she was, able to walk.
Corey Haim. What a waste.
I mean, look at every movie in the 80s and 90s. I mean, you had like 30-year-olds playing teenagers in high school.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
didn't you and I joke about that the other day, Jay?
Yeah, it's
When I
like,
was saying that the kids from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new one, all look like the girls, the two sisters. They look like they're like 14 years old.
yeah.
And I was like, I miss the old days when my teenagers were played by 30-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yep.
the thing. And it's like they actually look the age they're really supposed to be playing in a way. And meanwhile,
Oh, sometimes.
we're used
Yeah.
to, what I'm saying, like they're in the right age, like in real life, they're the same age that they would technically be in the movie. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, we're used to watching movies where people were literally like late 20s, 30s playing 18-year-olds.
Like in Scream, I think you can pretty much tell that Sidney Prescott is, Nev Campbell's a little older. You could tell that what's her name that plays her blonde friend? Is it Rose
Yeah.
McGowan?
Rose McGowan, yeah.
Rose, yeah, that she was older. You can tell that they're older playing younger roles, but I mean, it still is. I'd rather have an older person playing a younger person that's a good actor than a younger person.
I think that's
playing
where the
somebody else
problem
that's not a
was.
good actor.
Yeah, I think that's where the problem was way back when.
The only thing I ever saw River Phoenix in was Indiana Jones' Last Crusade.
Yeah, but you saw Stand By Me though. You don't like that. You said.
Oh yeah, he's in Stand By Me. I forgot. I'm sorry. I
He's
forgot.
also in
I like
the
it.
River's
It's not my
Edge.
favorite.
Isn't he in the River's Edge?
I've never seen the River's Edge.
River's Edge, I believe so. Yeah.
I've
Oh,
never seen
actually,
that one.
I know Crispin Glover's in it. I know Keanu Reeves is in it, but I'm trying to remember whether or not River Phoenix is in it.
Patrick guy that plays Barney is cute. Fans are lucky.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't remember.
well, that's the whole point. If there's a really good actor who happens to be in a wheelchair and they're playing, but by that point too, I mean,
Yeah, you're right, Mr. Bones.
like, I don't know. I get giving them people work, yes, but they should still be a good enough actor to do it. No.
Yeah, you're right, Brandon.
And then you got people bitching about how like small people are typecasted as like elves or dwarves or whatever in movies. Well, let's be honest. If you took all those fucking roles away from them and gave them to taller people, we'd hear bitching the opposite direction.
well, that's what's happening now though, because you hear Peter Dinklage bitched about the new Snow White movie about the dwarves.
Yeah.
And that's so now they're not doing the seven dwarfs in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Peter
and-
Dinklage complained about it, and
But
now
that's honestly, that's kind of I kind of agree with that one in a way. Like, I don't, what is wrong with little people playing little people or little people playing dwarves or
Yeah,
that's what he's saying. He's saying they shouldn't. He did the opposite. Peter Dinklage is saying they're all they get is these types of roles where they have to play dwarves and stuff. So
Why?
Disney took away those roles. So then the guy who is really a hornswoggle who plays in Leprechaun Origins.
yeah.
Oh, is that what that whole thing is about him calling out Peter Dinklage? I saw
Yeah, he
something
came
like
out and he said, "What the fuck is wrong with you? That's 7 roles that little people could have had that are now taken away because you
Yeah.
had a bitch."
He
So
don't give a fuck. He's playing in Cicero now.
yeah, like he's on the opposite side of it, Brad. Like I
But
agree
Peter
with you.
Exactly.
Dinklage is like probably the most at this point in time, the most famous little person actor out there, just like Warwick Davis was back in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yep.
and
I mean,
you don't
he
hear
had no
Warwick
problem
Davis complaining about having to do with little people roles.
Tyrion, I mean, he had no problem playing Tyrion on Game of Thrones, which is a dwarf character. I don't understand what the friggin' big deal
Yeah,
is.
I don't get
Well,
it.
also
He
too,
made
the dwarves in
millions
Snow
off of it.
White, the dwarves in Snow White, they're not referring to dwarfism or little people.
Exactly.
Dwarves
They're
in Snow White are the
mythical
fairy
creatures.
tale types of dwarves.
mythical-
You know,
No, but
I mean, if you want to, you can make them CGI. It doesn't really matter, but like you said, there goes 7 jobs you just took away from actors.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense to me that he would bitch about that.
Like, did you ever watch that show on Animal Planet? What was it, Pit Boss?
I love Pet Boss. I miss
About
that
the little
show.
person guy that would like save pit bulls and stuff.
Mm-mm.
But he was also an actor and he did movies. And his two other little people that worked for him, the two other guys, I don't remember their name.
I don't know.
They played in the Snow White movie with Julia Roberts as dwarves.
Oh, really?
And I remember them talking on the show about how they were so happy because it was like a huge thing for them to be able to play with Julia Roberts in a movie. You know, I mean,
Well, another thing is
Yeah.
funny because again, I mean, even this Snow White movie, not only are they losing the dwarves, but Snow White, who is described as having milky white skin, is going to be Hispanic in this version of Snow White.
yeah, I don't understand that at all. Her name is literally a description of her character. And this is a fairy tale and here's what kills me about that. Okay, this is a European fairy tale from like the 14 fucking hundreds or beyond. I don't remember when it came out. It's a Germanic fairy tale. That's part of my fucking culture. Why is it okay to take my culture away but nobody else's?
I know.
You know.
That's the way things are nowadays.
So
I don't know. It's frustrating.
it's like when they fucking made that Leprechauns game and you could tell the dude was like from Korea or some shit. I'm like, I don't remember no Irish Koreans.
Was it Billy Barty was in Night Patrol that I just watched?
You know,
I liked him. I missed him.
That doesn't bother me at all. Making Pinocchio CGI. I think to make him look good enough as a wooden boy, it'd be worth it. So I don't really give a shit about shit like that. It's like if it's good, it's good. It's not, it's not. But like, there's some things that just shouldn't be changed. You can't go and just change a character because you want to. Like, and if
They
I
don't
think
seem
too,
to have a
if a lot
problem
of
doing it
the,
nowadays.
if a lot of the, you know, what's so funny about that too is I don't see why the estates of the creators and stuff aren't speaking up in a lot of situations. Like, you know,
I didn't want a giant to play the dwarfs.
I don't know.
Maybe somebody 6 feet tall.
Sinful One. I love that movie. Sinful Dwarf is so much fun. That guy is so creepy.
I know he is.
I just know this. I love fucking Warwick Davis as Willow, and I love him as fucking Leprechaun. And
Yep.
I don't want to see a fucking 6 foot tall Leprechaun. They showed that in the Leprechaun Origins movie. He was gigantic, and he was still played by a little person in a huge fucking suit. And it looked like crap, you know.
Well, that's what they did with the Hobbit movies and the Lord of the Rings films. They made like the dwarfs and the
They were, most of them were full size people, and but then they used CGI to shrink them down or whatever.
right.
And that's fine. There, I didn't find anything wrong with that. But if you really think about it, if you look at like what's his name? Well, both of them, the two main hobbits, Frodo and
Elijah
Samwise,
Wood and
Elijah Wood and
yeah.
Rudy. I can't. God damn it, I forgot his name. Neither of them are very big.
Sean S.
No, they're
They're
not.
not very big people.
Huh?
I always thought it was weird that
What?
It's still cold though.
It's got ice in it.
Not much.
Is everybody frozen?
I
No,
think
I know
people
Joe is.
think
No.
it's not frozen.
Okay.
I think everybody's so focused now on like prioritizing representation over quality. It's like I understand people want to be represented, but sometimes you have to, it's just not the best person for the job. Like whether it's acting or any other job, it's like everybody's so
Exactly.
worried about like. So for example, you guys know I'm a big fan of Survivor, okay? And like Survivor groups on Facebook. I mean, it's even about that. Like I told you a little bit about how Survivor has evolved and is about all this types of representation now. And now they're out of all people that apply, now they have to meet like a certain quota of how many different people of color and how many different trans players and how many different gay characters and all this and stuff. I don't care. Of course, having all those people on is supposed to be diverse, but to have a quota that you have to meet is frustrating to me because you have all these other players that could probably play the game better than some of these players that are being cast, and they're simply being cast because of how they identify or what they look like.
Yeah.
Like, why should it be about that? And now there's a poll going around where there's now I don't want anybody to take it the wrong way, but if somebody came out and said how they want to have more representation on Survivor by people who are autistic. Okay.
Really?
So
I'd never heard that one before.
people were saying in the group, like, okay, but you can only go so far because, obviously people on the spectrum, certain autisms could make it to 39 days in a survival situation. But I've worked with plenty of autistic people, and there are plenty that would not be able to do that type of thing because they just wouldn't have the proper care. And also what happens in Survivor now is when any of these people from these certain groups are voted out, the rest of them cry that it's because of racism or because they're homophobes or because
Really?
in the last season, which a lot of people bitched about, was exactly that because
Wow.
there was a certain group of people that had of the same race that decided to make an alliance based on race and vote out others who were not part of that race. And then when the rest of the group caught on to it, they voted out those players one by one, and then they bitched saying it was racism. So it's like, if you want the representation, then you need to accept what's going to come along with that. You can't blame everything. Then what? It's like you're never allowed to vote out anybody that's a different race than you, that's a different orientation than you, because then you're considered to be against whatever it is that you're voting out. It's an impossible situation now in this world.
You know what? I want to be represented in films. I grew up a lot of times in all black hoods. I want to be the one poor white kid in the all black hood in the next Spike Lee movie.
Spike Lee.
Yeah, where's my representation?
Oh boy.
You ever watch Spike Lee movie? You never see a single white person in them unless they're a bad guy or a bad cop or something. So, I want to be that one white kid that grew up in the fucking hood surrounded by all black people because that's where I grew up. So why can't I be represented?
You're not gonna believe this, Joe, but
There
I
are
actually
white
have
people
no
in the ghettos,
idea how Survivor worked. I don't think I've ever sat down and watched, and if I did, I don't remember it. But I had no idea that's how it worked.
So
the only time I watched any episode of Survivors with those one chicks that were all like took their tops off.
Here's my gripe with it is that Survivor is supposed to be a representation of society. Okay, so
Right.
I'm going to use this as an example, only because I know the number. Okay, 13% of the United States is Black community. Okay, 13.4%. So if you want equal representation based on society, if it's supposed to be a societal representation, then if you want to go with quotas, then why not make 13.4% of the cast Black? I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? The problem is now they want to make it like 50-50 as if that somehow represents the way society is. So again, I don't give a shit if the whole fucking cast is Black, white, Asian, gay. I don't give a shit. But when you start to put these different standards on, these different rules, okay, we have to have 50% of this. Everybody wants to be fucking equal at all times with every single thing. When equality doesn't always mean that. Like, if it's a representation of society and it's not 50-50, then why are you making the game 50-50? Like,
that makes sense.
That's not how it works. I mean, people mistake like equality as everything has to be exactly the same the way that it is, but that's not a true representation.
I'm gonna tease my boss here a little bit. I love her to death, but she always talking about how she's an independent woman and she don't need whatever. But she sure does bring me pickle jars to open.
Pickle jars?
Yeah. Well, it's like that too. Survivor always is split. Say it's 20 people to start the season. You always start with 10 men and 10 women. Okay, but now with the way everything is, there's trans players now and players that identify as female even though they were born male and vice versa. So now what do they do? Because that's always been how they did it. 50%. Because if not, you could have like if you did like 80% women and 20% men, you're gonna have all the women pair up and knock out the men one by one, or vice versa.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So, and that's what ends up happening. You have all male alliances, all female alliances, blah, blah, blah. It's like something that does happen in certain seasons. So that's why to start as equal as possible is the best way to do it. But now with the way things are, it's impossible to do that. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just frustrating.
How many years has this been going on, Joe? The show.
Survivor's been on since what, 98?
Since 2000 was the first season. They're on the 42nd season.
Oh my god!
They do 2 seasons a year.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's just seeing it as, and I'm not saying life doesn't progress. We all know that, but the ratings have started to tank a little bit in the last few years, and
Is that why? You think that's why?
Well, based on comments I see in Survivor fan groups and stuff, that's exactly what it is.
Huh?
Because it's become too political, too agenda driven, just like a lot of movies.
Right.
It's like people kind of use the opportunity instead of going out there to play a game, they're out there to spread a message and say, I'm representing this and that. That's all they care about. When it's like there are other people out there who are genuinely passionate about the game, who want to go out there and play the game and win, and not just go out there and say, hey, I'm playing the game because I'm from this culture, or I'm playing the game because, like, that's wonderful. I'm glad you're proud of your culture, but find another forum. Like,
yeah.
Don't take that opportunity away from other people who are there for the right reasons.
Imagine that. You just described Colin Kaepernick to a T.
There you go. Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like I said, I think sometimes people will just prioritize representation over quality, and then that's what you get with movies now and politics and everything else. I mean, it's like, like worry about who's best qualified.
What's funny is that all the people that are supposedly not 90% of the people that are supposedly not getting represented or whatever they say, they don't even give a shit. Like, They don't give a shit. There's like a small handful of people that scream the loudest on the internet and form coalitions and do stupid shit. Most your normal everyday average people don't really care.
I don't understand how certain groups don't want to be excluded, but as soon as they have the opportunity to band together, they want to exclude the people that don't belong in their certain group. Like, again, using for Survivor for an example, like they want to talk about wanting representation and all this and stuff, but as soon as they have the numbers, they'll immediately turn around and do the exact same thing that they don't want done to them. So I don't understand how like the two wrongs don't make a right kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
If that's not really what you want, then it's that what you want is not equality. What you want is not equal representation. What you want is that superiority, so you can do the same thing that you don't like done to you. I don't understand how that fixes a problem. And again, it's like I'm not going to sit here and say there isn't a problem, but that's not a solution to the problem by making the problem bigger.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I got a solution. We just don't watch Survivor.
Well,
I agree, Brandon. It really is.
Survivor, I'm saying everything. Yeah.
No, I mean, I actually, Corinne claims that we watched like 1 or 2 seasons of it, but I don't really remember. So maybe I wasn't paying attention, or
I mean, it's like what you and I were talking about earlier today, Jason, and I was watching the news before coming on the stream.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking about it on the news, and they were saying the same thing. It's not the nominee herself. It's nothing against her. It's the fact that he did not consider anybody else other than that certain race and gender. Like he was focused on this is what I'm going to nominate, and that's
an agenda. It's an agenda.
There could have been all these other people more qualified, or maybe not. But the point is, if she truly is the most qualified person, then she would have still been the most qualified no matter who she was up against.
Exactly.
But by only taking a small population and then saying, okay, I'll take the best from this small population, you're missing out on all of these other people who might have been a better candidate. And what we have again is you can look at the whole fucking cabinet, like the guy I was telling you about a couple weeks ago. Like, I mean, it's a sickness now. I mean, you can't just have every representation just for the sake of having every representation in politics. It doesn't work. Eventually, you're going to hit a weak link, and then in the times we're in, we really can't risk that. So again, it's not just Survivor. It's just world in general, in movies and whatever else.
Yeah.
Just go for who deserves the role. Go who deserves the job.
I agree with that. That's the way it's always been.
Not trying to get rid of short people roles. Because
Not anymore.
Back the Willow show.
I don't know.
Exactly, Larry. I agree. Again, Patrick, if you know this, I didn't say that she wasn't the best choice. I said we just don't know that she would be. I mean, you saying that Brett Kavanaugh isn't the best choice, I mean, maybe you should run for fucking politics then if you seem to know so much.
I don't even know what we're talking about, and that's fine by me.
I'm just saying, I'm saying something across the border about equality, and then someone has to make a fucking comment that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. I try to word.
I don't know what you guys were talking about earlier, so I don't know what you're talking about now.
I try to word things in the most respectful way, not to offend anybody or insult anybody. I did not say she wasn't the best choice. I specifically said we don't know, but people know better than me apparently.
Don't they always?
Anyways,
I love how Brad tries to change the subject when he's not involved in it.
no, I'm just like, what? I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. But okay.
I'm just saying, it's like I keep my mouth shut when other people on other streams use the words like right-wing racists and shit, and I keep my mouth shut. So when they come on the fucking Osh stream and try to talk shit, I'm just not gonna have it. I'm just not going to have it.
I don't blame you.
I mean, you've isolated enough fucking people. What don't you get now, pal?
I just sell movies
Well,
and
shit,
smoke
goes
top shelf
somewhere, man.
weed.
I hear that. I hear both Brandon's point and I hear Rick's point. What up, Rick? I don't know. Like I said,
Luke Skywalker.
I watched that fucking Colin Kaepernick thing. You know, I watched that Colin Kaepernick 6-part fucking documentary thing,
Not me.
and that was the most racist fucking thing towards black people I've ever seen in my life. According to Colin Kaepernick, you ain't black if you don't have cornrows and eat fried chicken and watermelon.
For real?
For real. If you're
Yeah.
a successful black person, you're not really a black person. If you're a
What
smart
about
black person,
Rick?
you're not really a black person. Like, I'm not even kidding. He says shit like that in that documentary.
Really?
Yeah, and then he totally bashes his adopted family. That took
Really?
him in. And I'm sitting here thinking the whole time, this barely black Jewish guy is telling black people what is black and what is not.
Yeah.
So
So thank God Celebrity Big Brother's over.
see, I just can't get into reality shows in general. I can do contest shows. I can do like some like I'm not talking about like Big Brother House or The Bachelor. I'm talking about like Forged in Fire where they're making something or they're or like I could do like like that tank show where they were building giant aquariums, like shit like that. That's kind of cool. But just like reality show competitions and stuff, I'm like, what the fuck? I just can't get into that stuff. I could never get into Survivor. I can't, or The Real World and Road Rules, and I just couldn't get into any of that stuff. So
Give peace a chance. Yep.
I don't know. I guess if you guys like it, I mean, I like Jersey Shore. I can't just do that stuff. It's just like
I
I always feel like they take the worst people they could find to put on that shit. Like
that's not nice. Hey, come on. Some of them people live by Joe. Or at least one did.
What's that?
Jersey Shore.
Oh yeah.
I was talking to Corinne last night because after Joe and I watched the movie that we watched.
you're not even from Jersey.
Wally D's from my town.
Yeah. So I was like, we're still watching Jersey Shore after all these years. And she was like, yep.
I can't believe that show's still on.
Huh?
Can't believe it's still on.
It went away for like 10 years and then it came back. And it's neat because you get to see all of them grow up. You know what I mean? And it's still funny as shit because they do dumb shit still.
I watch
amusing.
cartoons and horror movies as an escape. That's the whole thing. I don't want to be reminded of real life. I want an escape. I watch cartoons and horror movies.
Okay, so I got a good one. And this is going to give away a little something, but it's something I wanted to bring up and something maybe you guys can help me with, even in the chat. So I watched Night of the Animated Dead, which kind of gives away.
I wouldn't want you to watch that.
Okay. So here's my question, and I'm thinking about this the entire time. Still watch it, guys, if you whatever. If you don't, that's fine too. But after I watched it, I really enjoyed it. Now, you're basically looking at almost a shot-for-shot remake of the original, only done animated style, right? And they do put a couple extra scenes in there, and I'm not going to say what they are because I guess there's no point in watching it if I do. But, a couple extra scenes, but mostly it's just a shot-for-shot remake, and I'm digging it. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. But at the same time, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I feel like a hypocrite because I don't like Psycho, which is basically the same thing of what I just watched and really liked.
Oh, you're talking about Psycho the remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a difference. This is an animated, it's an animated interpretation of a movie.
Yeah.
It's different. I mean,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's still, I mean,
Jerry,
it's still the same
Jerry,
thing.
Jerry. There you go. Whatever happened to Jerry Springer, man? That dude.
He's great right now.
He's still on. He's on at 3:00 on
I thought he
CW.
retired or something.
I don't know. It's probably repeats. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is.
So why is it that I liked the Night of the Living Dead animated thing, but I didn't like Psycho?
Well, you said it's a different take. In the Psycho, they're just basically doing the same fucking thing.
They basically do the same thing in this movie too.
Yeah, but it's animated. It's like, what is it? There's something else I watched. They did like an animated shot for sure. Literally, and that's what the point of it was.
Yeah.
What the fuck was it? I want to say it might be one of the Batman movies
Really?
or something that, like, yeah, somebody made it. It's not like a studio, but somebody made it and put it on the internet.
Okay.
And they did every, like, shot for shot of the movie animated. And I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely cool. I loved it. And, you know, but it's just like, oh no, it wasn't, what was it that? Maybe it was Star Wars. Maybe it was a Star Wars thing. But I just thought it was cool to see it like in an animated perspective or how it would be drawn or whatever. That was cool.
Me too, Rick. Judge Jerry show. Yeah, he does.
Really?
So I just don't understand. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back.
All right. So I just don't understand. You still there, Joe?
Yeah.
I still don't understand why I like that so much, but I don't like the Psycho remake. And it started making me think about, you know, I mean, is it the fact that it's just a cartoon and it appeals to my younger self and the fact that I like cartoons, or is it the fact that it's almost literally the same thing? Both are classics. Both are originally in black and white, and now this one's colorized as well. And you have different actors playing the originals. But why is it I like one so much more than the other? It's just kind of weird.
Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Hey, Michael. Happy Friday. Yeah. Yeah, Bates Motel was good. Have you seen that yet, Joe?
I haven't watched it yet. I need
Good.
to though.
Good show. You'll like it. It does. It does. They were able to do a little bit more, you know, obviously because one was black and white, one's color. It does have a little bit more gore in it, but I don't know. It just I don't think I like. I know. I just don't understand. I don't think I like Night of the Living Dead any more than I like Psycho, but I don't know.
I think I like Psycho more, to be honest.
Yeah, I probably do too overall as a movie, but I mean they're both classics. They both redefined a genre.
I probably like Dawn more than Psycho, but Psycho more than Night.
That makes sense. And I did say that in my review that I, you know, out of the trilogy, I do like it. It's not my favorite. My favorite's Dawn, of course. But I would put Night second in my ranking. Yeah. You never look. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I can't wait for that slasher to come out. We are all good.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Doing okay.
No, I didn't even know they had a Terrifier figure. Is it a NECA, Rick? Let's see.
No, I haven't got it. I've seen it though.
Where?
Some of the other YouTubers have gotten it. It's a Trick or Treat Studios figure.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Trick or Treat 12-inch. Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, me too. Me too.
I just almost choked on a hush puppy. I grabbed one out of the container as I walked by. I was eating it and it was like, choked me. So Miranda went to bed like almost an hour ago. I go walk out in the living room and Harley's still sitting there playing fucking Mario Party. Chip off the old block right there, I'm telling you. Chip off the old block.
Yeah, I didn't know. Good.
No
Long
more.
time coming.
No more. I've been patient long enough.
Yep.
I
I think you've been more than patient, to be honest with you.
She got the look on every day
Yep.
for being a good
TDS, my God. Don't even
Yep.
fucking mention Trump.
Sure.
Christ. Can't stand it. That fucking drives me up a wall.
Yep.
I didn't even mention fucking Biden. I was just fucking talking in cryptic messages. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's, well, like you said, some people don't care. They just say whatever they want to say, and they don't give a fuck who it offends.
Hey, Joe, listen to this, okay? This is from Stephen King about 12 hours ago, okay?
I think I saw this.
Putin has got a strangely blank face, closed off. There's no telling what's going on behind those eyes. Sounds like Michael Myers.
Done it? That's awesome.
Actually, that's kind of true.
Did you see his tweet about how Putin thinks he's messing with Trump and he better be worried because he's messing with Biden or something like that?
I saw what Mark Hamill said about that.
Like, you gotta be
No.
fucking kidding me.
It's a crazy time we live in, guys. Crazy time. That's why I watch so many horror movies, is to get away from everything.
I hear you.
That's why I watch a lot of movies.
I'm just so sick of stupid people.
Yep.
Yeah, you had me freaked out a little bit when you told me the Hot Lips died. I almost broke down a little bit crying.
She died?
The one from the movie. I didn't know it was the one from
Yeah,
the
when
movie.
I went and looked
Friend
it up and saw that I was like, because Loretta Swit even tweeted, and she retweeted my tweet when I told her that. She's actually
Really?
talked to me a few times on Twitter, yeah. She's really cool. She interacts with the fans.
That's cool. Does she still act or anything?
I don't know. I know she's very involved in outreaches and stuff like for animals.
Oh, that's my kind
Yeah.
of girl right there.
I don't think she's like PETA crazy or anything, but those guys are weird.
I don't blame you, Rick. Anything's better than what we have to deal with now. And that's no yoke. Nah, you don't want to do that, Brandon. Better to be overwhelmed. Just I mean, you can't not, I guess you can't live in a bubble and not know what's going on, but you know,
Sure
you
as
can't
hell
let
can
it get
try.
to that point either. Huh?
You can sure as hell try.
Yeah, I can't do that. I need to at least know some of what's going on, but hell yeah, Larry. Yeah, Rick's selling trick or treat stuff now. I know that. Still gotta buy some stuff from him.
You know, I will say this about this whole Ukrainian Russia thing. It's even got the liberals calling for blood.
Well, I don't know if you guys have noticed. I know you made a statement the other day, Joe. Stock up, gas up, whatever you want to do. But it was kind of funny when we went out today to grab something to eat. It said $3.95 at the gas pump.
Gas dropped here 35 cents.
Did it really?
Yep. I paid $3.22 today. The other day I was paying $3.60.
Jesus. Yeah, it was up to like $3.95, Joe, for a regular.
It's over 4 here.
Is it? Oh my God.
Yep.
It always goes up higher on the East Coast than everywhere else I've noticed.
I don't know.
How do I deal with it? I say, fuck it ain't my damn life.
I watch movies. I talk to Joe. I talk to Brad.
I don't have time to deal with that shit, Brandon. I got other stuff going on. I got to worry about finding a new job one of these days soon, probably. I don't have time for political bullshit that I just don't have time for.
Yeah, these guys keep me sane. We talked to Dave. Dave should be back next week.
Yep.
So
Let's just be talking about the politics or Putin or the war.
Cali's always high on everything, though. California.
it is higher, a lot higher in California.
You can't pay me to live in California. I'm not talking about a job. I'm talking about you cannot pay me to live there. If you gave me $2,000 a month and said you can live in California and we'll pay you to do it, I'd be like, fuck you. You won't.
Oh,
find me
wow.
anywhere. I'll visit, but I ain't gonna live there.
$5 in California. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's the highest here I saw today was $3.59, but the lowest one where I went and got gas was $3.22.
Yeah, I hear you, Ben.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going anywhere or living anywhere. At least I'm not living anywhere where there's earthquakes or fucking hurricanes. Couldn't pay me to live in Florida either.
Oh my God. Jesus, Danny. Wow. 20 bucks for 4 gallons. That's crazy.
$5 a gallon, yeah. See?
I filled up my tank today on the little car for $40, and I was on bone dry empty.
Yeah.
So my truck, Danny's truck, God. Even at 322, filling up. I told you to fill it up.
Okay, I'll fill it up.
I told you, why didn't you do it? Never mind.
I'll fill it up tomorrow.
I told you, never mind. Never fucking mind.
Is her what engine does her truck have in it?
A V6.
Okay, well that's not as bad as a V8.
But her tank, it's not about that. It's about her tank size. Her tank size is like, she's got like a 30-gallon fucking tank. My truck only has a 17-gallon tank or a 20-gallon tank.
Look at Rick. Just make sure it has a seat. Yeah, you might not like it if it doesn't have a seat. You might feel violated. Yeah, I hear you, Ben. Yeah, Danny. Dog food has gone up. Even though I don't have a dog, but I still look.
Time to get rid of the dogs. 2 less mouths to feed.
Uh-oh.
The Tractor Supply is still selling it for $20, but the off-brand and Walmart and Smith's went up to $25.
That's good, Brandon. Hey, fuck it. Take the bus. Why not? I get it.
$1.80 a liter, so 0.26. So about 4 of those. So you're looking at $7 a gallon almost.
In Australia? Wow.
But if you remember, the same shit happened back when they did it to China a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the trade restrictions on China. Shit went up for a little while, then it went back down.
The problem here is we're now funding the same country that's invading another country, and by funding that country to get their fuel, we're paying for their war. Whereas we could have just been energy independent like we have been for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem, is that it's unnecessary right now.
Well, we weren't totally energy independent. We still got oil and shit from out of country.
But we had our own pipelines in case something.
We
like
do,
that.
but there's enough oil in this country alone. I've said this before. People don't understand. This is the only country in the world that can be completely self-sufficient.
Yep.
We have enough. We grow most of all of our food is grown in-house practically, unless we want something imported or special. You know, there's nothing we can't grow. There's nothing we can't do, and we have enough oil and shit to last us the next fucking 2,000 years. But our motto as Americans is let's use everybody else's shit before we use ours. So, you know.
There you go.
But this country is the only country in the world that can self-sustain itself.
Danny.
Came up with the one software.
There you go, man. Polaroid camera and gunpowder. That is so wild. That is weird. I mean, and I'll be honest. You guys were talking about that the other day because you watched the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where she shoots herself in the head.
Yeah.
I actually prefer the Hitchhiker and what he did because it was just so fucking ominous.
Yeah.
I just like the way it's shot. I like the way it's
Oh, yeah,
shot.
me too.
It looks
Me too.
fucking badass.
It
But I
is.
still wonder how she fucking hid that giant fucking gun up her fucking twat.
Yeah.
That's a
It makes
big
you wonder,
fucking
doesn't it?
gun. You know, and it not fall out while she's walking. What the fuck was she squeezing?
Hmm.
You know.
I just watch a lot of horror movies. I try to stay away from. I mean,
That's cool.
I watch
Larry.
the things that matter, I guess, because I was watching the same thing Joe was watching today at the same time.
I said I was working today, so I didn't watch a damn thing.
It's been kind of hard to avoid around here, and Joe knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They've been breaking in on shows and everything else.
Oh shit, that fucking reminds me.
You get the State of the Union on Tuesday.
I gotta cancel my fucking Hulu. Thank you for reminding me.
Really?
I gotta cancel my Hulu Live before I get charged for another month.
Did you say we got a State of the Union on Tuesday?
Yeah, he's got the State of the Union on Tuesday night.
Oh boy.
Yep. That should be fun to watch.
We should sell tickets, Joe.
You can barely get through fucking 5 minutes speech. I don't know how he's gonna get through it all.
Apparently, how did it not go off in her cooch? Yeah, really, Brandon. Babies come out of there, Brad.
I just don't know how she fucking fit it up there.
He said babies come out of there. And there you go.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Never mind. Like,
Yeah.
She got nice and lubed for that one.
Her finger slipped on the trigger. Made a big hole. There you go. There you go, Craig. I've been doing reviews on gas lately. I gotta do my top five. My top five for February is coming up. Tuesday's the 1st.
I've been doing mostly my Goosebumps reviews. I've been reading like 1 or 2 of those a night and trying to get those videos done.
No, I'm probably just sleep.
Thank you for doing that, Joe. I appreciate it.
why?
I, for one,
I know.
appreciate it because there's a lot of them that I haven't read. Of course, I haven't had a chance to get to. And to kind of prioritizes maybe which ones I may read first. You know,
I think it's funny that, I mean, the people who haven't read them feel that people just kind of chalk them up as like, oh, those are kids' books. But again, I think they need to read them to realize they how fun they are. Like they do kind of tread that line of, you know, like gateway horror. I mean, obviously they're meant to be horror books, but they're no different than watching like a light family type horror movie, I guess. I mean, even some are even darker than that. I mean, a lot of them have like dark endings and.
I've read a couple of them, right? Since I've started collecting them, I've read a couple of them, and some of them are downright mean-spirited.
They are. I mean, and I think that's what people don't realize. I think people expect them to be like happy endings and shit, and that's not the case.
No.
Like sometimes you end the book and you're like, oh fuck, like he just fucked up that kid. Like it's just they're a lot of fun. I'm really having a blast rereading these. I mean, not even just for the nostalgia, just for the fact that I forgot how good some of them really are.
Would you want to see my collection, Joe?
Yeah, I love.
I'll have to bring them all down, and because I have quite a few now. And it's been like 2 years now. I've been collecting them.
Yeah, I'd love to see which ones you got.
Yeah,
and then I can
two doubles.
I can fill in some blanks too because I have a bunch of extras.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
Do me a favor before the end of next month. Remind me to drop Showtime off of Hulu as well. Because
You're gonna put that responsibility on me?
I gotta check that out, Brandon. Yeah, Kelly. I have all the Fear Street books too. I might do those eventually.
Why don't you set yourself a reminder on your phone?
Yeah, Ben, that's where I kind of look. I try to look
me too.
When I used to. I mean, when I used to collect them. But even now, like different releases and stuff, I'll pick up if I find them. You know, just like
movies. I still have to find my Friday the 13th Part 6 paperback.
Yeah, I got.
It's around there. It's upstairs somewhere.
I dug a bunch of those out. The movie novellas, novelizations. I sent you a picture of The Little Girl Lives on the Lane.
Yes, I'm going to get that. Even if I have to buy it off of eBay, I'm going to get it. It's not that expensive.
No, it's pretty cool. That's a cool find.
Yeah, definitely. And I do look. Unfortunately, some of our Goodwills have gone downhill. But, I do look in the book section, and every once in a while I find some interesting stuff.
Like I have the Fun House, which was actually written by Dean Koontz, but he wrote it under the name Owen West, and it's Toby Hooper's The Fun House. That's
what I was. I think I said this in one of my videos. Our grocery store day was Thursday when I was growing up, and we used to go to Pantry Pride was near us. We used to have those around here. They've been gone for a long time. They ended up being bought out by Superfresh, which got bought out by ShopRite. Mm-hmm. So over by where you pick up your prescriptions at, there was the book stand. And all of those movies that came out had novelizations like Mother's Day, The Fun House, Terror Train, all those movies.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to see them there. I so wish, like you say, going back in time, I wish I would have gone back and bought every single one of them.
Yep.
Not to totally change the subject or drastically change, but listen to this real quick. I just saw this on here and I wanted to share it.
Okay.
The only player since 1950 with 700 plus carries and 0 fumbles.
Who?
Philip Lindsay.
Really?
Yeah, Broncos quarterback or running back last year and the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was like a bowling ball.
I like our running backs now, but I still wish we kept Philip Lindsay.
Yeah.
He's with the Dolphins
now.
now.
I got those too. Those are good.
But yeah, he has not fumbled once.
Yeah, once I'm done with these first 62 Goosebumps, I'm going to move on to the Goosebumps 2000 series.
Right.
And what's cool about those is the point of a Goosebumps 2000 where they were supposed to be like next level, like scarier than the original Goosebumps. So they're a little bit.
Really?
They're even darker than the original series. A little bit more, not adult, but like older style stories. Because as the world moved on, kids wanted something even scarier than the original Goosebumps. So we did Goosebumps 2000. And I'm gonna do those next. There's 25 of those.
If she goes into a thrift store and I don't happen to go in, or if she goes out by herself, if she finds Goosebumps books, she'll pick them up for me.
Yeah, I mean, and they're getting harder and harder to find too. I mean,
They are.
especially the originals, like the original releases,
Yep.
not the re-releases. Those are getting tougher and tougher to find.
I have a lot of the original releases, believe it or not.
And
They're not. Some of them aren't in the greatest shape, but I still have a few of them.
They're still worth picking up because you can always upgrade later.
Heavy Metal Blu-ray. I've been wanting to watch that.
Huh. I didn't know that, Brandon.
Yeah, Trick or Treat Studios, they do the
brought me out of the
Goosebumps
car,
mask
so-
stuff too.
They did what?
They do they do the Goosebumps mask, like the haunted mask. And
Beth Love do what I
Okay.
just,
What they're talking about.
who cares what they're talking about?
What is that? A shirt that you do your back? That's your background, Joe?
Yeah, the haunted mask shirt I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a shirt.
Yep.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's like the mask from the TV episode.
I need to read more of them, but it's going to take me longer to read them than you do. I mean, I can read them just as fast, but I get headaches after a while. And it's not my eyes. It's weird. It's just that I don't know. My head starts hurting after a while. I don't have trouble seeing it. I don't know. I just get headaches.
That's
But
what I can read them in less time
One
than
sitting, yeah.
So I sit there and read them 45 minutes to an hour, and then I can do the review and then read another one if I want.
Yeah, I'll pick them up because even if I find doubles at a thrift store, I'll pick them up. And I've gotten some better copies of ones that I already had. Except for Savers. For some reason, I found a majority of the ones I found at Goodwill, but I found a few at Savers, but for some reason the Savers, I don't know how it is up by you, Joe, but they're really expensive.
But a few years back, well, probably, I don't know, maybe like 8 years ago, I was at a Savers near my old work, and somebody must have donated like their entire Goosebumps collection.
Oh my
I
God.
walked in, and they had there was just like shelves and shelves and shelves of all the Goosebumps books.
Oh my God.
And I remember buying just like a couple of ones that are rarer, just to have like extra copies at the time and kind of replace like copies that I had that weren't as good condition.
Right.
And I almost wish at the time I just bought them all, because that was back when they were like, who knows how much. I mean, it was like 49 cents a piece at the time, and Savers usually does the buy 3 get 1 free sale, so I could have them all for like, who knows.
Yep. They still do that here.
Yeah. Well, that's where I found my copy of Rage by Stephen King, an original printing. I
Really?
for 49 cents, and that's like an $800 book.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm always hoping I'll find a novelization of the original Halloween someday. It's a hard book to find, though.
Ooh, that's a hard one
I
to
just
find.
started looking when we go to the secondhand stores. I've been looking lately.
Yeah.
We have a bookstore kind of near us, about an hour away. He has a copy of the original Halloween novelization, Halloween 2, but he wants like $400 for it. So
that's the thing.
God.
I think your secondhand stores are going to be your best bet on that, because
Yeah.
a lot of them don't know what the fuck. They just put them out there when people turn them in, or
Sometimes,
somebody buys.
but I don't know if you know this, but Goodwill and
I'm not
sure
talking about the big
Savers.
chains. I'm talking about the little ones, like the
Yeah.
fucking little mom and pop ones in Bethel and shit around here.
Yeah. Goodwill, stuff slips through their grasp. There's no doubt about that. But they do have eBay sites where they
I bought tons of Goodwill eBay shit.
Yeah, scrape up. Yeah, they scrape up the good stuff and they sell it for a pretty decent price. Oh, that's awesome, dude! Halloween 3, that's amazing.
I have Halloween 4. I just need to dig it out.
What is the cover like? The cover on the DVD, or is it like something totally different?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that one looks like the cover of the VHS.
Right.
It's like a bigger version of his mask, and then her,
Right.
and the house in the background.
Did you guys see that they put the Halloween 4Ks up on Hamilton?
No.
It looks like they don't have the slipcovers. I wonder if they do, or if it's just they use stock photo, or what.
I think that they're only available with the slipcovers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're only with slips.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Because they're not slips. They're like those hard cases.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
On HD Blu-ray, it's because I was about to blow my nose.
Okay.
On HD Blu-ray looks like it says, HD across the top or whatever.
Right.
Sorry,
Right.
That's what the pictures look like. It doesn't look like the slipcover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much are they? Do you know?
I think $22, $23 each.
It's not bad. No, that's not bad.
What's Scream Factory selling them for?
Well, no, you don't even want to touch them.
A lot
They're
more than
expensive. Yeah,
yeah.
a lot more.
I definitely want to get Halloween 5 at some point just for the extra footage.
Yeah, that's the only one I have.
I also noticed that the Halloween 3 one is cheaper than the rest of them.
Don't start.
Brandon,
Don't start.
I definitely want to get those. There's 3 of them. Those are wicked hard to find, but
Which ones?
eventually I'll find them.
Rick has the Goosebumps PS2 game with the book.
Yep. I got a lot of Goosebumps stuff too.
Yeah. Michael Lupa had a Bride of Frankenstein original. Wow. Oh, damn, that sucks, Larry.
There's for anybody interested in Goosebumps, there's a pretty cool documentary. It's on YouTube. It's only like 45 minutes long or so. It's called like Goosebumps: The Saga of Scares or something like that. It's a really good documentary on like the Goosebumps craze. I mean, it splits up in parts. It starts with like the original books, and then like Series 2000, and then like the merchandise, and it goes into the TV show and the movies. It's actually a really cool watch. It reminded me of a lot of stuff I completely forgot about back in the 90s, of like how big Goosebumps really were at the time. And
It was huge. It was
goes
huge.
through all
And
that.
I wasn't, that was after my time.
Yeah,
It was everywhere.
it's insanity. Yeah.
And they're extremely hard to find now. And one of the things, there's a place up here that I actually got a membership to a couple years ago. They don't really have a lot of good stuff anymore, but it's a book, DVD, CD sort of place where they sell secondhand stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought a membership there. And one of the reasons why I went there originally is to find some Goosebumps books. And I asked him if he had any. He said, as soon as they come in, they go right back out. You can't keep them in stock.
That's exactly what happened around here too. Yeah.
Yep.
I know like, there's a few local bookstores that my friend Nina goes to, and she's been trying to collect the original series for her kids.
Yeah.
And so she's been kind of picking them up as she goes along, and there's still a few that she needs, and she kind of goes to all the local bookstores around, and she kind of she knows the proprietors and stuff, and they tell her the same thing. They literally put them aside for her if they get them in, and they said typically when they get Goosebumps in, they're going within either the same day or by the next day.
Yep.
People come in and just buy them right away. Like they cannot keep them on the shelf.
Yeah, I've lucked out. I've lucked out on some of the ones that I found. Sometimes because a lot of the yard sales around me have a lot of kids' books, so sometimes you can find them there. But it depends too, because sometimes they start real early, and sometimes some of the paper stuff gets a little water damage from the dew.
Exactly.
But and those I usually don't buy, but
yeah, Kelly, those are the ones. Those Kelly O'Rourke Halloween books. I'll find them eventually. There's only 3 of them, so
really, that would be cool.
they're expensive though.
Are they really?
You're talking about those Halloween books we were talking about the other day that were made for teenagers or whatever?
Yep. There's one right now. It's like $200 and something on eBay.
What's it called?
Just you can look up Kelly O'Rourke Halloween books and it'll come up.
All right.
There's like 3 of them.
I've never even seen one. I didn't even know they were a thing.
They're like young adult. They're like Goosebumps style.
Oh, that's cool.
Like one of them takes place in like I don't know, like a fun house or something. Another one.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like this, it's like fun stories like that, I guess. From what I've read about the synopsis anyway. I definitely want to get them at some point. Brandon, I was a little bit older when the Goosebumps were coming out. I got them just because I loved the covers and I collected anything horror at the time. My cousins and my brother were younger than me. They were really kind of more in the, like when it was really hitting big, Goosebumps. And I don't really remember that around here, them taking the books out of the libraries and stuff, but I know that were like the Scary Stories books. The Scary Stories documentary talks about that. Oh yeah, John. I actually I'm interested in that, the American Underdog movie.
Did you see the thing I put on there today?
Yeah,
Fucking
the Kurt
bastards.
Wolman story. Yeah, Kelly, the Scream Factory, the Old Myers Place, and the Madhouse. That's the name of the book.
Okay. I see. Oh, shit. Oh, that's cool as hell.
Fuck.
An all new bone chilling novel based on the terrifying films. Wow.
Pretty cool, right?
I just like to read them.
Me too. And the
I mean, I
cover.
don't need,
If
I
you're
don't
like,
need to have them.
I always love those kind of covers and stuff too. Like,
if you're like me and you still have your copies of Halloween Night Dance, they're worth a fucking mint.
Fuck you. That's the one they screwed me on.
Love my horror comics.
Yeah, they got me on that one. Let's see. Let's see if there are any undersold.
I thought putting my shoes on might help, but it's really not.
that's cool, John. King Richard. That's the one with Will Smith.
Come on.
Yeah,
damn
Kelly.
it.
Me too. Like I said, one day. The
Yeah, I want to
Scream,
see American Underdog, John.
the Scream Factory, especially that book. For some reason, that one always appeals to me the most. Yeah, that's right, Ben. He is. Garbage Pail Kids. He also did the Man Thing comics, the most recent reiteration of those.
What did they do?
R.L. Stein. He did. He brought Man Thing back, the comics. He was the writer of the Man Thing comics.
No shit.
Yeah, this is going back maybe a couple of years now. But it was like the most recent run of Man Thing, the most recent revival.
Huh.
He did those too. He's
I
doing
didn't get that one either. I remember seeing it.
He's doing the Garbage Pail Kids books now.
Okay, if you look under completed items,
Yep.
it has the old Myers Place, Scream Factory, and the Madhouse. You can look at all the covers on there.
Yeah, no, I've done it. I really want the Scream Factory one because of the whole Funhouse kind of setting.
Wow.
Do I, John?
Seems like that's the most expensive one, Joe.
Of course it is.
Why is this? Because you want it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like to have the old Myers Place. Looks creepy.
Well, the thing with the Scream Factory one, I think that's the first book in the series,
Oh.
which is probably why it's the most expensive. It's kind of people probably figure if I'm gonna have one, maybe I should start with the first one.
Let me ask you a question. You know how they have like the Kindles and all that kind of shit?
Yeah.
Do you think you could pay to read
I don't
this?
know. I'm not sure if it would even have a Kindle version.
Because, like I said, I don't necessarily need to own them, although that would be nice. Boy, this one's in really good condition too.
How much is it?
The old Myers Place. It sold for $125.
Oh, fuck that. Do you see the one that's listed right now on eBay?
Yes.
Yeah. It's expensive, right?
Yep, it's expensive. The Madhouse looks like fun too.
They all do. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
It's like I wish I knew about them back then. I would have gotten them probably.
Fuck yeah. Me too.
Find out too late.
Yeah. I remember when they had the this was you were probably really little, Joe. But I remember when they made games for, I can't remember if it was the NES. I think it was the Nintendo Entertainment System. But it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween. And they were I can't remember if they were bootleg games or not. or if they actually made them, but they got like you couldn't buy them because I don't know, somebody banned them or something. I can't
I
remember
remember. I
exactly.
remember the Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre Atari games. Remember those?
Maybe that was it then.
Oh my god! In those, you got to be like Leatherface in the TCM game. You had to kill the victims.
Yep.
Yeah, those are rare. The Halloween and TCM games. Those are tough to get.
Okay. Yeah, it was for Atari.
Ben asked if we could live in any famous horror home, what would we pick? That's interesting. I'm trying to think of like the
Psycho
biggest.
House.
I'm trying to think of like the biggest, nicest mansion. If I'm gonna live in one, it better be nice.
Yeah, Psycho House. I think it's carpeted and everything like that. The Myers house is all run down, and the Elm Street house,
Yeah, but I mean, if that's the case, can we say like something like the House on Haunted Hill? Like I want like a castle.
Oh yeah, hell, that would be awesome.
Dracula's castle or something.
Yeah, Bates house would be my pick, Brandon. Hill House has a mansion. Yeah. Comes with acid mode. Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna live in a horror house, then I may as well make it worth it and have it be like something really extravagant.
Oh, freaking 13 Ghosts. Can you imagine living in that place?
Or I'll live at the Stanley Hotel. Fuck it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. The Overlook.
Yeah.
Overlook is gorgeous. Vanica Institute. How about the
House.
Yeah. What the hell was it? No, I can't think of it. Puppet Master.
I don't know.
Oh,
The hotel.
yeah. What is it called? Something Bay.
Yeah, Mandalay Bay?
Bottega
No.
Bay, something like that.
Montoga Bay? Something like that. I like that one. I thought that was a pretty cool hotel.
I like the house.
Mansion.
I like the house in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's a cool house.
Yeah, me too. It's a nice, cozy little atmosphere.
Yeah, it is. It's like a nice, like big house, but it's cozy, like you said.
We're talking about what horror houses we want to live in.
Oh, the Amityville
Yeah.
house. There you go.
I want the dad's house from The Omen.
No.
No.
The ambassador's mansion or whatever.
Yeah, that was nice.
About the White House from the Omen 3.
Yeah. Yep.
His house in Omen 3 is bomb too.
The house in From Beyond. That place is beautiful. It's rustic and it definitely hasn't aged great, but it's pretty cool. And that's a hotel. Or it's a hotel. Without the ghosts. Yeah, that place is cool.
Yeah, the Overlook is definitely bomb.
Yeah. I love the Overlook. I'll be right back, guys.
Is it haunted? The dad's house?
It's just a nice mansion. I guess I'll go on camera. You got to watch me eat my food, though.
Yeah, that's a good one, Brandon. Curse of Chucky House. That's pretty cool. Get an elevator. What are you eating?
Old Gothic mansion. That's awesome.
What are you eating?
Ooh, how about Dr. Frankenfurter's house? I'm eating Frankenfurter. Well, you got bomb ass fish in there, but I don't feel like anything fried right now. I had 2 pieces of fish, 2 hush puppies, and a burrito, and that's all I've eaten today. I'm starting to get a little hungry, so
Castle from High Spirits, yeah.
Hell, any castle from anything.
Exactly.
So,
Long John Silver's. We don't really have too many of those around here, Brandon. I haven't seen one. I don't think we
I
have
think
any.
they're still here, but I heard a bunch of them closed. I don't know.
I think ours closed down.
Yeah, we don't have one in our state. I think we have one in the next state over. We see the commercial, so that's why I know it's at least in the tri-state area, but not in this state.
No, they still have them here. One of my customers was telling me they ate there the other day.
I thought they closed them down.
I don't think I saw the Cursed Ben. I saw Cursed, but not the Cursed.
Ooh, The House from the Haunting. The 90s remake.
Yeah.
With all the trippy shit going on in it.
Yeah.
I can live there by himself.
Long John's at A&W, huh? Ah, okay. Speaking of the Curse, Wes Craven's Curse is supposed to be getting a Scream Factory Collector's Edition with Wes Craven's director's cut apparently on it.
Nice.
That should be pretty cool. I like that movie. I know it gets a lot of crap, but I like that.
I've always liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I know right now there's an unrated and theatrical cut, but I'm pretty sure this is the first release of his like director's cut. And with those stairs, Larry, would be a pain in the ass to walk up and down every day. The Exorcist house. That's the only hiccup about that.
Goddamn feet.
Curse Brendan, I don't know. Scream Factory announced it. They said they have it, so they said they literally called it the Wes Craven director's cut. So, definitely curious about that.
We're talking about the outside stairs, right, Joe?
Yeah. Fuck that.
All those stairs just to get up there, and then there's more stairs in the house.
I know.
I feel like Bobby Bacala's dad. More stairs.
Let it run. Well, look who's back.
Hey. How about the Sopranos house?
Oh, that'd be nice.
I would fucking love that. That's like my dream house, just because I love that
Yeah,
show.
movie theater. Fuck yeah.
Fucking love it.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Dr. Giggles.
It's on DVD and Blu-ray, Brandon.
Well, the Blu-ray's overseas, isn't it?
No, there's Blu-rays here in America of Dr. Giggles.
There was a Blu-ray. There was a double feature Blu-ray with Dr. Giggles and Otis. I remember.
There's a single one too.
I never saw the single one. I only saw the double feature.
Yeah, it's there.
It's out of print. I know that. If it
'Cause
is.
I was gonna buy it and I just haven't got around to it.
Dr. Giggles?
Yeah,
I think it was out of print, the Blu-ray.
you can get it on eBay.
That Scream Factory Collector's Edition is going to be awesome. The director's cut.
Of Dr. Giggles?
Yeah,
just
here it
wanted
is
to
right
see-
here. $21.
Just wanted to see your face.
What's that, Joe?
So I just wanted to see your face.
Now there is the German import ones, but they got a regular one too. The import ones are cheaper than the domestic one.
Yeah,
like
Brandon. I have the
20
VHS and then I have the DVD too. Actually, I have
Yeah.
the Good Times DVD and I have the Warner Brothers DVD from that set. Twisted Terrors, whatever the hell it's called.
Twisted Terrors?
Twisted Terrors, yeah.
Yeah.
I got that one and I have the original Good Times release on DVD. And then I have the VHS.
I'm pretty sure I have the VHS. And I have the Twisted Terrors one.
I had no idea that Good Times had released it until I found it one day, like a used copy, and I was like, holy shit.
Any different, or is
It was just the
The-
release before the Twisted Terror, I guess. I had no idea that all those years that Good Times had released it on DVD. I had always, I thought at the time that the Twisted Terror was the first release of it on disc, but
me too?
Yeah, Good
That's
Times
the
had
one I
released
got
it
is the
apparently.
Good Times one.
yeah.
You have the Good Times DVD of it?
I believe so because I don't have the Twisted Terror one.
Huh.
Well, the Twisted Terror, they were released separately too. It wasn't just in the box.
Terrible.
It was actually a Warner Brothers release.
Yeah. What's the problem?
Some girl was looking through the bins, and you know how they have those ponies,
Mm-hmm.
the My Little Ponies. Well, they had, it wasn't a My Little Pony, but it was back of a unicorn maybe, and the body of a little girl thing. That's what I related.
Okay.
What are you eating now, Jason?
Ice cream.
No Italian ice, no scraping.
Nah. Everybody will leave me if I do that. People get mad at me for that. Actually, I haven't had one of them in quite a while.
All right, here's a question. So we talk about this every now and then. We haven't mentioned it in a while. What's everyone's biggest
Tingling.
wish for a Blu-ray release?
Oh, man.
I don't know what to do for it, babe. I'm sorry.
Huh. You
Would
mean
you
like
say,
an
Joe,
upgrade
I'm
or
sorry?
just something that just needs a release?
It could be an upgrade. It could be a first-time release on Blu-ray.
Ugh.
Anything. Your most wanted movie on Blu-ray. That's not out yet. That hasn't been announced or anything.
That's a good one, Joe. So many things are getting released now.
Ben, I wish they would release that because then they can release both versions as a collector's edition. Black Christmas 2006.
Yeah.
They need a Blu-ray that has both versions of the friggin' movie on there.
Yeah. So I can get rid of my Blu-ray and my DVD. Because I have the rated and the unrated version of it.
Me too. Just two separate DVDs, but put them all together in one thing.
Oh. Blood Beach.
A good one.
That's one of my favorites. I love Blood Beach.
I honestly don't know. Everything I want is pretty much out on Blu-ray, pretty much, as far as I know.
That's a good one actually, Ben. Nightmare on Elm Street, an updated box set would be nice. That one.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Definitely. I mean, but I thought we were talking about stuff that wasn't out already.
No, I said it could be an upgrade or it could be something that wasn't out.
Yeah, I want a Scream Factory Nightmare on Elm Street. There you go.
That'd be good.
I also want a new Halloween Scream Factory box set after this next movie comes out
Why?
because I want another one.
What, just the 3 in it, or?
No, with all of them. I want them to do
Oh,
a nice
jeez.
wrap like they did with the fucking Friday the 13th. I like the original one, but it's still kind of plain on the wrap, you know?
Shit.
That's the other one.
How about Phantom Brother?
Oh man, I would love that.
Me too.
I love Phantom Brother. That's a fun movie, Brandon. The Hollow.
There it is.
Man, it's all over.
I want a witchcraft box set. All
Oh, fuck yeah.
All
Hell
60
yeah.
films. I want them all. That would be awesome.
I wouldn't mind
Heavy-duty
the Texas
copies?
Chainsaw Massacre box set as well with all the movies.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Of course, you have to find Netflix and tell them to fucking give up the fucking rights to make one, fuckers. Did they buy all the Texas Chainsaw rights? Because all of a sudden they're putting more and more TCM films on Netflix.
I know they have the remake. They have 2006, and then they have the new one right now.
But do they just have them on there, or did they actually buy the rights to all the movies?
And I think they just got those two just as like almost like it's part of the marketing for the new movie.
2009's about to go up.
I hear you, Callie. They're so hard to find. We're getting so many things now.
I know.
Wait a minute, the Hollow, didn't that get a TC or a Scream Factory release?
No, it's a different one. This is the one from the one that has Nick Carter in it.
Yep. Kelly Cuoco and Nick Carter.
Yep. What about you, Joe?
I don't know.
There's a lot of Giallo I would like to see get official releases.
It's tough. I'm trying to think of like my VHS collection to see like what I would want.
Yeah.
This release, you know.
Yeah, I got this thing about Blood Beach. I love that fucking movie.
I think it would be cool if there's a movie called Something of Mine. I reviewed it for Slashback.
Mhm.
Something like that would be cool because it was even more obscure than Scary Movie was.
Really?
And it's like nobody fucking knows about it, and it's such a fun movie because
Wants me to go see a pain doctor.
it takes place at it's this college fraternity putting together a Halloween haunt, and they go to the cemetery and they take something from a grave, and then the person's grave that they trespassed on comes back, and as he kills each person, he takes something from their body. So he takes like the nose of one person, the hand of another person, the eye of another person, and he puts it on his own body. That's why that's why it's called Something of Mine, because they took something of his, so he's taking something of theirs.
Huh.
It's like a Halloween slash.
Walgreens to pick it up.
It's so much fun.
Haunted Ween.
Haunted Ween is fucking awesome. Unfortunately, I don't think that's ever going to happen because the guy died now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Who has the rights to his movies now?
Well, I have no idea. I know he was single. He had the rights to himself, so I have no idea what happened to them after that. He died like unexpectedly, too. I'm glad the American Scream just came out and Vinegar Syndrome. That was one that I would have said.
Oh. Here we go, Joe. Blood tracks.
Not your thumb.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason I know why.
Rock and Roll Nightmare is awesome.
I'd also say Hard Rock Nightmare. That movie's freaking great. And that's only on VHS.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I know mine. Number one, easily.
What?
Jason, is going to be yours too. Rampage. Blu-ray with both versions.
There you go.
That's
There
the
you
answer right there. William
That's it.
Friedkin's Rampage with both versions on Blu-ray. That is my answer,
Final answer.
without a doubt. It's fucking blasphemous that it's not already out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Especially since he's regarded as such a great director. I mean, the guy who directed The fucking Exorcist, you know what I mean?
And it's not like it's like this shit movie that he did that just didn't get
Right.
released. It's an awesome fucking movie. Like both versions of it too are worthy of being released. Like it's not even like one
Fucking
so
French
much better than the other.
Connection, The Exorcist, Cruising.
Yep.
that I was working with.
And a lot of those films I consider to be lesser than Rampage.
I consider Rampage to be one of his best
Go there
films.
tomorrow?
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'm working in my office tomorrow. I may have to go back next week though, because Jody's dad died.
Yeah, that's definitely my answer, Rampage.
I do have a soft spot for The Guardian.
Oh, I love The Guardian. I do. But I mean, that got a Blu-ray release and that has a DVD.
Right.
So.
Right. And I don't understand what is the deal with Rampage.
I don't know. That definitely needs one. Paper House.
Oh.
Blu-ray release.
Yes.
I want to see Heavy Metal 2000 on Blu-ray. I don't think it's on Blu-ray. I know they released it on DVD, but even the DVD is hard to find now.
Yeah.
I don't even have a copy of it, and I want to get a copy. But I want it on Blu-ray.
Shit. You said Paper House. That's a good one.
Paper House would be a good one. Yeah.
That's another one I do not understand why that hasn't been released.
Yeah, that's weird too. Same thing with Bernard Rose directing it. Means the director of Candyman. Why wouldn't you put that out there?
I would actually like to have a better version of Halloween Night.
Oh yeah.
But the Asylum, be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
I doubt they're going to sink in a lot of money into, oh, this is my ideal, even more than Rampage. And I may regret that I said it after I watched it, but I would love to have the entire version of The Keep.
Yeah.
All 3.5 hours of it. Just give
Oh
it
no,
to
no!
me.
Oh, that reminds me. And I'll do you one even better. I'd like to have all 3.5 hours of Phantasm.
Fuck yeah. Yep. Yep. Without a doubt.
That's
Without
the
a doubt.
ultimate right there.
Yep.
That's like, for me, that's like the holy grail. Like the Don Coscarelli's original Phantasm when it was called Morningside, like the original title with the full fucking 3.5 hours, whatever it was.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I want. Morningside by Don Coscarelli.
Keep would be a close second. I really want to see what Man did with that.
Yeah.
I would love to see what his entire vision was, because something had to have made him that fucking mad. You know what I mean?
No kidding.
TCM box set with all the movies, yeah. And plus it would have to have Family Portrait on there.
Yeah.
That's a documentary I grew up watching.
Yeah, I remember watching that one a lot too.
Yeah. That's how I understood a lot about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Still have to get that. Can you imagine, though, if they put out, I mean, even more than Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all that kind of stuff, if they put out like a Nightmare on Elm Street box set with all the cuts of the films, oh my God.
That would be great.
Including the remake as well.
I'd be happy just for a nice Blu-ray box set. I've got them on Blu-ray, that fucking one they put out a couple years ago.
Yeah, I got that one too.
would just like
And
a
to be
nice
honest, it's not bad.
No,
It's
I
not
know
a bad
two
set.
episodes of Freddy's Nightmares. So
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, that's
Well, I would just
another
like
thing
to
it has to
really-
have on there. Would be the ultimate Freddy box set.
I would like a nice boutique label box set.
Yeah, with all of Freddy's nightmares too. You know, and if it costs $200, fuck it. You know, it's worth it for all those movies plus
I'd buy
the
it.
Freddy's Nightmare series,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Control.
Because I have some of my TV shows, and Joe, let me tell you, when I went down there the other night to find Sopranos, I had no idea I had that many seasons of shows.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It really
Me
is.
too. I got so many.
Basically, there's about 7 or 8 rows up to my waist, not to mention what's on the shelves. It's just, yeah. And most of what I have on the shelves are like I got Roswell up there, King of Queens up there. I have the entire series. Smallville, the entire series. Heroes, the entire series.
Yep, I got all those. Yep.
What did I do?
And like Star Wars Clone Wars, I'm missing I think the special missions, I think, for that.
Mm-hmm.
The lost
Final
missions
season?
or whatever. Yeah.
Or the original final season.
But I mean, I have all kinds of weird shit. Like, I don't think I even showed this to you, Joe. I picked this up the other
Did
day.
you find your Sopranos set?
I did not. I'm going to go down there and look for it this weekend. That's like one of my things that I'm going to do this weekend. I had the first 2 seasons of Taxi, but I picked up the 3rd one.
Nice.
And because Taxi is something I watched a lot when I was a kid.
I think I only have the first 1 or 2 of that one.
And I picked up the final season.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I want to get the full series at some point.
Such a great show. And like I said, I used to watch it every day when I was younger. It used to be on like around dinner time. And I used to watch all the reruns. But yeah, I have the first 2 seasons already downstairs. And the flea market I go to, they have a lot of seasons as well there.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them are like, for example, I bought the 3rd season for $5, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's $10 at the flea market I go to. And I just think that's too much for like an old show.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion.
Especially when you can get it like brand new for that price.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I do the same thing with TV shows that as you know, that I've done with movies that haven't been released. I have a lot of shows that were never officially released that I made my own copies of too.
Yeah, I have that too. Most of them are bootlegs from Marvel shows, superhero shows, superhero cartoons, stuff like that. And I think I showed you that Battlestar Galactica that I just got recently.
Yep.
I could not believe it was that cheap. I really couldn't.
I used to pretend that De Niro, his character from Taxi Driver, used to operate out of the taxi fucking station.
Cast a deadly spell. There
I
you
got
go.
that one on VHS, Ben. Yeah.
It's just really weird, the type of stuff that gets released now. I'm not sure, and I love Vinegar Syndrome. Don't get me wrong. This is not bashing Vinegar Syndrome by any means. I kind of wonder if they go for stuff that's really, really obscure because the rights are cheaper.
I was gonna say, I think they go for things that the rights are cheaper.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, for example, American Scream. I'm completely happy that it's finally getting a release, but why?
When you look at like when Scream Factory did the Halloween box set, all the different things they collaborated with on that. Anchor
Well, most
Bay.
of it was Anchor Bay and Stars. Well, Anchor Bay.
Yeah, Anchor Bay Star. There was like a bunch of different ones. A bunch of different companies are on the back of that box.
Yeah.
Um,
Universal.
you would, Joe.
Yep.
You would.
DC.
Dawson's Creek.
Oh, that's
Dawson's
another one I had the
Creek.
complete series of that I need to go back and rewatch.
Dawson's Creek.
Good show.
I have it on the background right now.
Very good show. I
I tried. I didn't get through the first season. I tried.
I wasn't crazy about the last season or so. For me, it had changed a little too much.
That's actually the season I have on right now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Where they're in the dorm or whatever, where they live in.
It's funny because I always seasons 1 through 4 were always my favorite because then 5 and 6 they go to college. Okay.
Right.
As I've gotten older, though, I still like 1 through 4 more, but 5 and 6 I definitely like a lot more than I did back then.
Really?
Yeah, it just grew on me.
Well, that's interesting because I haven't watched it since it was originally on.
Yeah.
So I have to go back. I definitely have to go back and.
Plus, like in season 6, Dawson's girlfriend Natasha is the girl from Halloween Resurrection, the main girl. So it's kind of
Yes,
cool.
Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah.
Her name is Sarah in the movie.
Mm-hmm. And the one girl that's related to not the Beach Boys, the Mamas and the Papas. She's on there too, the blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sings Mamas in the Papa song in this too.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't I remember that?
Yeah, Ben. Yep. Freak.
Is Freak the one with Randy Quaid?
Yes.
That's I need to get that. I know it's really expensive, but
I have that.
Cheerleader Camp. Cheerleader Camp.
Cheerleader Camp. That's a good one. Yeah. I'm surprised
Yeah.
that one hasn't gotten like a vinegar syndrome or something.
Go figure.
That's weird. Yeah.
I would think that would be more along the lines of Scream Factory.
Could be. Yeah.
That one would be. Because that's one of the ones that a lot of people mention when they mention, movies that maybe not everyone has seen slasher-wise. Because it's been around for so long. But yet we get Pledge Night, which I am so happy we got Pledge Night.
Well, that's why I said Vinegar Syndrome. They released Blood Night and the American Scream, so who knows?
I can see them doing Blood Tracks too, to be honest.
Yeah.
I really like Blood Tracks a lot, and it's
I know.
such a shame that my copy is so shitty.
If Dave were here, he would say iced, so I'll say that for him.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely need iced. And I have requested that from them before.
We need
Because they have... Huh?
Groundhog.
Yeah. I have asked Vinegar Syndrome for iced. Because there's a spot in the bottom where you can recommend films.
Yep. Yeah.
That's the one I've asked for. I think I've asked for iced. I think that was it.
You should ask for Phantom Brother too.
Yeah. I can see them releasing that.
I can too, especially how they release a lot of shot on video stuff.
I mean, they released Pandemonium. They released Wacko. And Phantom Brothers kind of,
Yeah.
Affleck was the bomb in Phantom, Joe.
I mean, even Scary Movie, I can see like AGFA doing Phantom Brother.
Yeah.
They released Blood Lake and Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Both of which I bought and both I
Think
did
about
not
the
regret.
Violence movie 1 and 2 both got a DVD release. Yet we
I
don't
know.
know. The movie.
They are so hard to find now. And the weird part about it was the last time I saw it, right? Because I do have it, but the last time I saw it anywhere was that flea market I go to, on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
They had a copy of it there. I'm like, man, this is pretty fucking random.
That is
Having a copy of the Violence movie 1 and 2 there.
I actually have 2 because I bought it like originally and then I found it like at like Savers or Goodwill. Like
No way.
And I bought another one so that way I can turn the cover around so that way I have Violence Movie 1 and Violence Movie 2. Do you know how the
Oh,
reverse
that's awesome.
has the Violence Movie 2 cover art?
Yeah.
So now it's like I have like them both like separately. It's pretty cool.
Yes, Evil Tunes. That's another one.
Evil
Now, is that the one with David Carradine, or is that?
Yeah. I actually have the Blu-ray for that one, Evil Tunes.
Yeah, they do have that available.
Yep, I got that Blu-ray.
And what's the one I reviewed? But they have like 5 of them now. The one
Terror
with the. Yes.
Yeah. There's Evil Tunes and there's Terror Tunes.
Yeah.
I know.
I think Evil Tunes does have a Blu-ray.
Evil Tunes does. I have that one, Blu-ray.
Yeah. It's just amazing that all these things are getting released. What I don't like is I don't like when, I mean, if it's overseas, that's one thing. But when you get several companies in America that release the same shit over and over again, that bothers me.
Well, again, like we always talk about, Body Count from Diodato. That one should.
Yeah. Why does that not have a release?
Mirage, the 1990 slasher film I reviewed for Slashback.
Right.
That fucking movie needs to be released. Like that movie is such an awesome slasher film, and nobody has seen it because it hasn't had a release. And even it didn't even have a VHS release in the US. So it's like virtually impossible to friggin' find.
Yeah.
Like it has like a Canadian VHS release and like an overseas.
That's what you have, right?
I have one. I have like the French Canadian VHS release. But there are release. That's it. There's no official U.S. release on any format, so it's like nobody has been able to see this movie. And it's one of those movies where it's not even like it's trash. It's actually a really good slasher.
Yeah.
So it sucks that it doesn't have. There's so many worse movies out there that have gotten releases.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty over the fact of the same companies releasing different stuff. Like, for example, Vinegar Syndrome, they just did their TV terror thing or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they released the house, Don't Go in the House Alone or whatever.
Yep.
No, what is it called?
Are You in the House Alone?
Are You in the House Alone? Right. I'm getting tired. But I just don't understand. You know, somebody already did that. Why do they have to do that? Why don't they just release like fantasies or
Home for the Holidays on Blu-ray or something?
Or Home for the Holidays or The Babysitter or, you know, something.
I know.
It just irritates me.
They should do Fantasies, Deadly Lessons, and like something else all in the same like box set.
I'm feeling dangerous tonight.
Yeah, I'm Dangerous Tonight. Exactly.
Yeah.
Both Trapped, the 1989 Trapped in the Skyrise, the slasher, and then also the Trapped with what's his face, James Brolin with the dogs in the department store.
Yeah.
Both of those were TV movies.
Well, now was Return of the Family Man a TV movie?
No, that was a New Zealand slasher.
That needs a release.
It does. Did you watch that?
I did. I loved it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It was great.
That's a good one. The Night Brings Charlie. That's another movie that needs a.
Yeah. What the fuck? And Twisted.
Farm needs an American release.
What's
The
that?
thing that irritates me is the Twisted. Yeah, I'm forgetting all kinds of shit now because I'm getting tired. Twisted Nightmare. That's another one. Code Red had it for a little while and then discontinued it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I love it too. I love how the killer's hair changes in every scene that he's in.
I said Charlie's Farm needs an American release.
It does have an American release, just not on Blu-ray. I don't think.
Blu-ray.
On
Yeah.
Blu-ray. I've got the Australian one.
Yeah, you and me both, Kelly.
All right, The Loved One. That's another one that it didn't get an American Blu-ray release. That was only on DVD here.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah. And the unrated version of it is like super hard to find on DVD.
Yeah, I just got that was my last one I got.
Yeah, that was fucking hard to find.
That should be. I mean, Scream Factory could put that out, and it would be awesome.
I can picture a nice collector's edition cover of that one too.
Yep, Lola.
Yep, they'll hold him like the drill to him or something. You know.
Fuck yeah.
Lola Stone.
Yep.
I still need to watch that movie.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
I fucking love it. Erin, that's like one of Erin's
I've
favorite horror
almost put it
movies of
in
all
like
time.
6
Is it
times.
really?
Someone will
She
come over and watch
fucking
the
loves
movie.
that movie.
Yeah, I do too.
Lola Stone is just so fucking awesome because there's something
Yes.
oddly attractive about her, but she's a fucking psychopath.
Yep.
And that's what it works, I think, is the casting in that. Like, she is fucking perfect.
Scrambling
Isn't her and her dad
brains.
psychos?
What?
Isn't her and her dad both psychos?
Yeah,
Um,
she's nuttier. He's just kind of there.
she's nutty and he's afraid.
Yeah. But what works with her is she's not supposed to be like the hot girl,
Right.
but when the crazier she gets, the hotter she is. It's I don't know how to explain. Like when she comes out in that dress, it's like, well, like, yeah, I can see how he should take it to the prom. Just fucking take it to the prom.
Yeah.
It's like it's really not worth it, pal. Just fucking take her to the prom.
Yeah, exactly. Especially since you'll probably never be able to walk again.
Yeah, she's nuts. Especially like, the end of the movie. Oh man, she's fucking crazy.
I think she's attractive anyway because she was in Hell on Wheels, Brad.
Yeah.
She played the prostitute that was marked up from the Indians.
Yeah.
Native Americans, whatever. But she had the lines and all on her. She's very attractive.
She's fucking great though.
Yeah. Great villain. Great villain.
I remember when that movie came out, being so hyped for it, and it took so long for it to get a U.S. release.
Really?
And it didn't get a release here for like years after it was released.
Right.
It was released in Australia and stuff. I remember actually Andrew Ballina sent me a copy from Australia. That's how
Did he really?
That's how I first watched it. Yeah. I have the Australian Blu-ray, but it's region free for whatever reason.
Oh, that's cool.
That's how I first watched it, and then finally it was released on DVD here. And then you know me, of course, it came out in the R-rated version and then the unrated version, so I had to get both.
Me too. I was looking for that unrated version for quite some time. Because, I mean, I love that movie so much. I wanted to have both versions. That and Black Christmas 2006.
Yep, same here. Yeah.
So I needed to get both of those.
But that's why Stream Factory or something like that should release it with both versions.
Yeah, I agree. Simple fact that we have movies like Offerings that, and don't get me wrong, I love Offerings. I think it's just a fun movie.
Nice Halloween report.
Yeah, but you get Offerings on Blu-ray, but yet we don't have like Blood Beach or. It just baffles my mind how it took so long to get Phantom of the Mall.
No kidding. And look at it. It was worth the wait because it's such a great release.
Fuck yeah.
Elves. I want Elves.
Yes, Elves.
Yes. Yeah, there's another one. I've never seen it. I'm dying to see it.
You don't have that one either?
Mm-mm.
Shit, I gotta send you that. I gotta send you Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see Elves for quite some time, and I don't understand because a lot of people talk really fondly about that movie.
I mean,
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes,
Nazis,
I want that on
Nazis
DVD.
creating an evil
Hey,
elf.
Al. What's
Nazis created. I said elves is Nazis creating an evil elf to impregnate a virgin and repopulate the world. Like that's
Hell
what
yeah. And it has
Dan
Grizzly Adams in it.
Dan Haggerty plays department store Santa Claus who has to save. I mean, any horror movie set in a department store is good enough for me.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Dangerous Game, that one needs a Blu-ray.
Yeah, it does. It does.
That'd be cool. Again,
It's so weird that I saw that by chance, and
hey Al,
so good, so good. We're
Yeah,
good. How
Verge,
about you, dude?
Verge, I actually made my own copy of Star Wars Holiday Special. I have a pretty good print of it, so I can.
Yeah, I like it. Mine's nice too.
Yeah, it's a good clear copy.
And I like the artwork.
I actually have one with. I have like the high def quality one, and I also have one with commercials that has like more of like a grainy quality to it from when it originally aired, as all the original commercials and stuff.
Wow, that must be cool. That's what I was doing before I got on the stream with you guys. I was watching some 70s commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to do that occasionally. It's neat to see how things were back then and the stuff that they advertised for. But yeah, every once in a while. And I always liked it when Hobbs does that the Halloween commercials.
Yes.
I always think that's so cool when he puts them up there, like Frankenberry and Michaels, the old Michaels commercials, and
Vampire on Bikini Beach. That's another one that needs a release.
I don't. Oh, you reviewed that one, didn't you?
I reviewed it from USA Up All Night. Yeah, I have that one.
Nice. Vampire at Bikini Beach.
But that
I was watching Al the other day did a special because Mardi Gras is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
He did Mardi Gras horror films, a whole thing of all the Mardi Gras horror films. And
Hatchet.
Yep. Yeah, Hatchet was on there. Candyman 2, Farewell to the Flesh. Mardi Gras Massacre. I was trying to think of all the ones. He had on his thing, he had links to all the movies. Most of them were free that you could watch. There was a couple of them that weren't free, but it's pretty cool to get a subject like that.
I haven't watched that one, Verge. Bigfoot Creek. Have you guys seen that one?
Yes.
He wants to know if it's worth a purchase.
Probably not.
I guess not.
No, I reviewed it. Well, it's Dustin Ferguson, if that tells you anything.
Oh, yeah. Fuck no.
But I will say, this is one of the few I like by him.
If you're into shitty Bigfoot movies, go ahead.
Wow. Bigfoot Creek.
Did you guys see the private chat?
Oh, no.
Yeah, probably. Can you last a half an hour, or you want to? I mean, you can go if you want to. I know you're not feeling well.
I'm stick around till we're done.
It's up to you. I mean, I was figuring we'll do it even 4 hours, go another half hour.
Okay.
But like I said, you don't have to if you don't want.
No, it's fine.
Sure.
All right, I must have stopped.
Yeah, that's true, Verge. Tons of crappy Bigfoot.
Okay. It's supposed to be a direct sequel to The Legend of Boggy Creek. And
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one you were just talking about.
Yeah. And it basically it's considered, it was originally supposed to be called The Legacy of Boggy Creek, because I already did the review and everything. And if you've seen The Legend of Boggy Creek, you know it's a mockumentary done by Charles B. Pierce, where it has a lot of acoustic sort of music in the background. It has interviews with town folk that are kind of country and simple. And he kept true to a lot of that. However, then he shows the Bigfoot, and it's a guy in a really bad monkey costume. So that's where I have a problem with it, but I like the fact that he did keep to the original source material for a majority of the film. So I'm kind of split. I liked it, but is it worth buying it? I don't know.
up for interpretation, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for Bigfoot movies. I always have been. And I like the fact that because Charles B. Pierce is, I love The Town That Dreads Sundown. I love The Evictors. I love Legend of Boggy Creek.
Yeah.
So the fact that he kind of stuck close to the source material was nice for me to see. And then you got a shitty, monkey costume. Meh, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. But yeah. Yeah. Sort of. I mean, not well, but I know him, yeah.
Yeah, I know. The Night of the Demon release from Severin.
That's another one I never thought would get released.
Pretty cool that it did. So many movies that still need releases. It's like you can't even keep track of. Shriek of the Mutilated on Blu-ray. I'm not sure. Is that on Blu-ray? I have it on DVD. I don't know if it's on Blu-ray.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I said I have the DVD, but oh, that's cool, Kelly. Oh, maybe Verge. Maybe that's what it is. Kelly, have you seen the requel of The Town That Dreads Sundown from 2014? I like that one a lot too. Yeah, Verge, I don't know. Now that you mention it, I think I might have seen something about that getting a Blu-ray release. I don't know why I can picture it in my head. Yeah, they definitely do. I like that Scream Factory released them together. Makes sense. I had forgotten all about the Victors until Scream Factory put it on that set.
Okay, I'm back.
What are you watching?
Nothing.
Oh.
I was trying to find my goddamn controller. Couldn't find it. Somebody put it up over on the shelf over there. I'm like looking under the couch and shit. What the fuck happened to it? It's over there.
Yeah, Kelly, I like that one too. It's good.
My fucking legs are killing me, dude. I'm trying to do everything I can to. I tried laying down or laying like on this thing in a couple different positions and putting my feet up, and they just keep bouncing. They won't stay still because they hurt too damn bad to stay still.
Mm. Next on my watch list, Verge. Oh, Jason and I are going to be doing a Fangoria movie probably next. The thing is, I have what you guys will see on my channel is stuff that's already filmed because I'm kind of a couple weeks ahead with stuff.
Mm-hmm. You know, I was thinking. I think it's time for some new merch on the merch store.
I got a new Saturday Sleeves video tomorrow, and then a Fangoria challenge video on Sunday.
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah,
I was thinking about doing a Slash Bros on Sopranos shirt.
I was just gonna say, how about that? Yeah.
And I was thinking we need a new Horror Man shirt with the different thing on it.
Hmm.
For those of you interested, I just dropped the merch page in the chat. Go check it out. We got some badass shit on there.
Oh, that's cool, Kelly.
That's basically what happens in the thing, Kelly. They're showing the old movie, and the killing starts again while the movie's going. Yeah, I love The Evictors. That's an awesome movie.
Yeah.
What's on your next watch list? Did you answer that, Joe?
I don't know. Like I said, probably next thing I watch will probably be the next Fangoria movie with Jason. I think we're doing Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. I think it's going to be next, but everybody won't see that for a couple of weeks because we're already a couple of weeks ahead, you know?
Sometime this weekend, I'm going to watch Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed and review it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about everyone in the chat? What are you guys watching next? You guys watching anything good this weekend? Any plans? Old 50s horror, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Anything Hammer, Verge. Anything Hammer. I've been really digging Hammer lately.
That's cool, Danny. Verge, have you seen the 1959 Jack the Ripper? That one's pretty good. It's definitely a slasher despite being in 1959. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. War of the Colossal Beast. Oh, you're right there then, Kelly. I haven't seen that one, Danny. Yeah, Verge. Yep. Nice. So, Danny, you haven't seen the new stream yet? Looking forward to that Blu-ray in April. I've seen the movie 3 times now.
Yeah. I haven't even seen it once yet.
Attack of the Puppet People. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Danny.
I'm back. Sorry about it.
Where'd you go? Disappeared. Went mute, and then you went going.
Yeah.
Had to run to the bathroom?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That damn ice cream.
I'm lactose intolerant.
So you eat ice cream. That's big. That's good.
I'm lactose intolerant. That's me.
In case we didn't hear him the first time.
Yeah.
I was watching, me and Aaron were watching Curb Your Enthusiasm earlier, and it's Larry David, Vince Vaughn, and Richard Lewis, and they're at the golf club, and they're waiting for their meals, and they're like, what the fuck is taking so long? So the waitress comes with their meals finally, and she's like, I'm sorry it took so long. She goes, I had diarrhea. And they all just fucking look at her, like, and then they're all grossed out. They won't eat their meal, so they just fucking leave.
Oh my god.
Their faces, though, they're like, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Ghost Keeper, yeah.
That got a Blu-ray release.
Yep. I have that one on VHS, and then I have a homemade DVD copy with the original opening. For some reason, that hasn't been released.
The original opening of the film?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kelly, I know it's so easy to get spoilers, but I watched it the day before it was released because I was trying to avoid spoilers.
Oh.
Much. Yeah, Verge. Yeah, that's why I have it on VHS, like I said, and then I made a DVD copy with the alternate opening.
Are you sure the alternate opening was never released?
As far as I know, it wasn't. I remember at the time, that's why I didn't buy it when it was readily available, like the Blu-ray and stuff, because I was like, well, it doesn't even have the alternate opening, so I might as well just make my own.
Let me look on eBay real quick. Because I have the DVD of it.
Yeah.
I never bought the Blu-ray. I knew Dave had the Blu-ray of Ghost Keeper.
Yeah.
And sometimes Code Red was good for if you buy the DVD, he'll put something different on the Blu-ray. That's fucking Banana Bill for you.
And then they also he would randomly put stuff out like Sweet 16, where he has a director's cut DVD and then the theatrical cut DVD. And then the director's cut has a theatrical cut on it. So it's like you may as well just got that one.
Yeah, it just pisses me off.
Because
I still don't have the director's cut of it.
Yeah, and that one's hard to find, of course.
Of course.
So you can look at the listings on eBay. There'll be like 15 of the theatrical cut and 1 of the director's cut. and it's more expensive. And like I said, that one has both cuts of the film on it. Had I known that originally, I would have gotten that first, but I didn't even know it existed until I had already bought the theatrical cut.
And here we go. Alternate pre-credit sequence.
It's on there?
Yep. Not approved by the director. Not approved by the director.
On the Blu-ray?
Yep. Alternate
Okay.
pre-credit sequence.
That's probably what it was, and I probably didn't get the DVD because of that, and then the Blu-ray was probably too expensive or something. It's an extra kill. It's pretty cool.
Damn. That's the kind of shit that makes me mad.
Yeah. I guess I like my tape anyway. The VHS is kind of rare for that movie. And that's just a good VHS movie. Nice snowy quality for a snowy film.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, just like I always say, some movies just look good on VHS, and that's one of them. Yeah, see, yeah, exactly, Virg. Just if it's probably an extra on the Blu-ray. I'm not sure if it's in the movie itself.
I can't remember when Dave got that. No, it's been a while.
Yeah, I remember when he got it too.
Talk about a weird movie, but I always liked it. It's just something about it.
Have you seen the director's cut of Sweet 16?
I haven't.
Sure.
Nope, never seen it.
It's interesting.
Is it a lot different?
It's, how can I explain it? I'd say it's maybe as not as different as the Rampage different versions, but it's different enough where there's alternate scenes, and some scenes are like in different places in the movie.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like it's edited.
Right.
The ending is the same and stuff, so it's not like Rampage where it's a completely different message in the movie and a completely different ending. But there are some scenes that are rearranged, and there is different footage. But the same can be saying for the theatrical. The theatrical cut opening is completely different, and that's not even in the director's cut. So
yeah,
I'm pretty sure the director's cut opens with that shower scene of her in the shower, and that's not until later in the movie in the theatrical cut. So it's really rearranged.
see if I can find that on here, because usually they usually have one on eBay normally.
That's where I got the director's cut. But I kind of had to wait it out a little bit because it was so expensive for a while. And then I found one that was reasonable, and I got it. Every now and then it does come up.
It's damn it, come on, fucking thing. It's they have one on there for $22.99 with free shipping.
That's not bad.
$19.99 with free shipping.
There you go. Yeah.
Or I could buy one for $85. Now, why wouldn't I just buy the one for $85?
For a while, it was that expensive. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
got mine for around 20 when I bought it.
And I really like that movie.
Oh, I do too. I'm a big fan of Sweet.
See, I have the 88 Films version, and I'm kind of wondering if the one that I have maybe doesn't. I knew we talked about it before, but I don't remember what we came up with on that one.
Yeah, you can tell immediately when you watch the movie which cut it is, because the opening scene is completely different. If the movie starts with the main girl in the movie, then it's the director's cut. If it starts with Chris from Friday the 13th Part 3, then it's the theatrical cut.
Okay. I have to look at both of them because I know I think I have the Blu-ray and the DVD. Pretty sure.
Yeah, like I said, I have both DVDs from Code Red, the theatrical DVD, and then the director's cut DVD, which has both cuts anyway.
The director's cut has both cuts?
It has both cuts of the film. Yeah,
Motherfucker. See, that's
I
the shit
know.
he does that pisses me off.
exactly. Like I said, when I got the theatrical cut, I didn't even realize the director's cut existed. And then I saw it, and then I loved it so much, and then I was like, oh shit, there's a director's cut. And then I had to get that one, thinking it was only going to be that. Then it had the theatrical cut on it too.
Let me see what the 88 Films one says. I just happened to find it at that flea market on Blu-ray, and I was like, I can't pass this up.
That's an underrated 80s slasher, in my opinion. I don't know why that doesn't get.
Oh, hell yeah. You know, what's funny is that people say it's a freaking snooze fest, and I don't get that.
I don't think so at all.
No, it's paced very well.
I held off on watching that one for so long because I had heard that.
Yep.
And then when I finally watched it, even Erin, she watched with me, and she's like, "Why did people say this sucked?" I was like, "I have no idea." Even she liked it a lot too. It's got Michael Myers in there, Don Shanks.
Yep. Someone said the other day, I was watching somebody do a Halloween ranking, and said that Halloween 5 was one of the worst movies in the franchise. That it had the worst Michael Myers,
Well,
the worst mask.
Some people believe that.
I know
It
people
wasn't-
believe that, but I would never call him one of the worst Michael Myers. I think he's a good Michael Myers. I like his little changes that he does. Like I even like the little pacing that he does and stuff, and the way he moves. I like Don Shanks as Michael.
Wow.
So do I.
What happened, Jason?
Yeah, I like Don Shanks too.
Did you look up the '88 version? Does it have it on?
It doesn't say one way or the other. And I think I remember having this problem once before, so I'll probably just have to get the director's cut, the DVD director's cut, because that's a movie I like enough to have all the copies of it. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
I have the 2 DVDs and I also have it on VHS. I think it's a good movie. That VHS is tough. It's a tough one too. Exactly, Kelly.
I don't know how to spell. I'm a dumbass.
Well, I just added they don't have a Halloween 1 on the 4Ks.
Oh
They've
no.
got 2 through 5. And I just added 2, 4, and 5 to my cart.
We can end it here if you want to.
All right. All right, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys for joining us. It was fun.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Until next week.
Good night, guys.